What?
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Can you hear us and see us? I can see us, so I'm assuming you can see and hear us. Y'all have chat in front of you. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's been 6 months. The last episode of Celestial Rangers was in October.
I'm sorry.
No, you don't need to apologize. There have been so many life things happening for everybody, and I was just like, how long has this been? Why have I forgotten so many of the things that happened? And the answer was
The holidays.
the holidays and time and all of us. It's been, but in game, it's been like 3 days. So, hello everybody, welcome in. We're gonna do a great big ol' recap of what has happened in the only 5 episodes that we've had of this show over the course of 2 years.
But wait, who are we? Who are you?
Yeah, we're gonna do introductions.
Where are we?
You are on twitch.tv/Random Tuesday. There's a tweet out, so please consider tweeting it and sharing it and hosting it. The stream and all of those awesome good things. So more cool people. There will be occasional magical girl sounds in the background from my alerts.
It's fine.
So I can maybe turn those off for us. I don't. Whatever. It's cool. Won't be distracting at all. So yeah, let's start with instructions. You know me. I'm Random Tuesday. This is my channel. A long time ago, I was sent a copy of the official Sailor Moon RPG, which is a thing that exists. And naturally, as a result of that, I needed to run a Sailor Moon RPG. And I managed to find 5 people, who were willing to run said Sailor Moon RPG with me, and then agreed to continue doing it, which was the part that surprised me more. So you can check back any of the old episodes over on YouTube if you'd like to catch up on any of the shenanigans. There's been a bunch of very awesome, cool things that have happened. So you can watch previous episodes. Huh? Do I need?
Where is it?
What?
Where's the bell?
Oh, I have it.
Oh,
Do you want it?
Yes.
Oh, for your girlfriend?
Yes. Well, because I did. I'm gonna say it, and I'm really sorry. I did Claudia's bell. Okay. It was my job. I'm reclaiming it.
It's okay. You're more reliable than I am. I forget.
You're like 60 now.
Yeah, I get like
You're 69%.
69%.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm dinging Claudia's bell.
That's what you said.
The alerts are a touch loud. I bet we can just turn desktop audio down, and I think I can maybe do it from here.
Enhance.
I don't know where this
That-
is.
In here, wait,
no.
This mouse is not going to work because it's connected to this laptop, not the computer.
If you gesture emphatically, it'll work.
So anyway, I got the Sailor. Who are you?
Me? Hi. I'm Drugly Romantic. I am playing Ray Judith Light in this game. Paladin of Roses, kind of a little soft magic boy. That's...
Who are you on the internet?
Oh, I thought I already said that.
You just said your name.
I thought
You said you
I think I said you could follow me at Drunkly Romantic. I thought I said that. This happened last time too.
Why should they follow you? What do you do?
Hey everybody, my name is Drunkly Romantic. You can follow me on Twitter at Drunkly Romantic. I post right now. I'm working on some sound design for something I'm working on. I post pictures, videos,
a lot of wrestling knowledge.
a lot of wrestling knowledge, a lot of movie knowledge.
Quality
so
selfies.
just what?
Quality selfies.
Oh, thank you.
Actually, yeah.
Well, you're biased. Anyway, that's who I am, and yeah, check me out. Who's over here?
Oh, me. Do we need to get you like a smaller chair so you don't?
No,
have to
I
slouch as
gotta
much?
do
Okay, cool.
the thrash thing. All right.
The
here we
thrash
go.
crash.
Hi, I'm Strix. You can follow me on Twitter at _Strix. I work in video games. I'm now a narrative director. Woo! Doing the big things. And I also do a shit ton of other things in games. Diversity and inclusion, advocacy, academic work, video game think tanks, everything. Just, I don't sleep.
She's here playing Sailor Moon RPG.
I know.
Very important.
I'm finally back from the land of phoenixes to my hometown to continue the work. So today I'm playing Renata. She goes by Thrash. No one calls her Renata. And Thrash is a drug-dealing hacker with her own sense of morality that is different from everyone else's, but is consistent, which should count for something. Thrash has been through some stuff, which is why she now looks like an e-girl. She's trying it out. We'll get into that. But just remember, I'm not Thrash, and Thrash is not me, but she's super cool, but she's a little baby that's been through a lot, and she's trying to be an adult. She's not.
Killed the turtle. Killed the heck out of a turtle.
Was he a turtle at that point? I don't even remember.
I was told you blasted a turtle.
Hubert, I murdered him.
Really, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have here Hubert Turtle Super Dead.
He might have been a turtle. Hubert didn't like to stay as the same animal every time. We'll get into that.
Great.
If you're not unionized, throw over your overlord.
Yeah.
Is that your high school yearbook quote? Is thrash?
Yeah.
I guess we are contract workers at this position. We can be terminated any time.
Oh, and we
Literally.
don't have like Oh my
No
god.
benefits.
You're right. We need to unionize.
You were so ready. I love this.
Hi, I'm Jackie Dash, Jakidash. Excellent. Thank you.
Good bell. Good ringing. Are the alerts better?
I spelled my name. That's who I am. On the Twitch and Twitter, you can find me there. Monday Fun Days, usually if I don't do super late amounts of overtime. And I'm also on the Place on Wednesday. I'm myself. That's all of it, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who are you playing?
Oh, yeah! So, to get ready for this,
Gamer
I got Gamer Fuel. It is technically charged cherry burst. But for me, I'm like, red. It's the flavor red. So we decided to open it on stream because I don't actually, there's instructions and it's got like a metal top.
It's gonna explode in your
Like
face.
plastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would move some of your more important papers away.
It's fine. So first step, pull, which it can't because it has a seal on it. Like it has like a plasticky seal, and I have fake nails on.
Please don't fit.
Pull and then slide. Oh, now slide back.
Okay, and then the
I
next
read the
step is
instructions. It's like
slide.
IKEA instructions.
So I'm going, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I think it's the other way. Does it
Nope,
work?
it's this way. It
Why would you
opened.
open the one side? This is the most
You
convoluted
have to
jam.
flick it and then push it.
What's wrong with the old?
I mean, yeah. Yeah, you
So,
do.
I have.
Advice
I'm gonna try
for
this.
life.
I didn't even catch that one until today.
Yep, that. I am drinking. Okay, do you guys remember those cherry cough drops?
Oh,
It's that.
Can I?
Yeah.
May I?
Gross.
Yeah.
There are instructions because it's not just a normal can
Yeah,
top.
Well, you can't give gamers
No, this is
normal cans.
Luden's cough drops.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Like
I
this.
love
This is
flavor.
those ones that they give you to a kid who's poor. Like I had those. Those are really
mean,
gross.
This is Claudia who wants
ones
to
that
brew
come in
coffee using Red Bull.
It's gonna be delicious.
It's we actually have a plan, so
Oh,
don't knock it till you try it.
That is several steps past where she used to be.
Oh, yeah.
Buy the old Four Loko.
they don't
They
sell
don't
it
sell them
anymore.
the right way
She
anymore.
doesn't want the alcohol, she wants the caffeine.
The caffeine mix.
man.
Really? Okay. And I am playing Big Mac. Now, Big Mac is the Ranger Quellius, and she's big, and she is not captain of the track team, but maybe next year because she is a junior. She is.
Actually, I think she might be captain of the track team now. She took vicious and violent control of the track team last
I
time.
assume.
Did you stage a coup of the track team?
So,
Yes.
I'm not 100% sure how the fallout of that went.
No, we burnt. We technically we didn't burn the school, but we did set off the water
You just have the fire
alarm.
alarms.
We did kill another teacher.
You did beat
The
up the
shop-
entire lacrosse team.
I
did.
did beat up the entire lacrosse.
That
team.
did
We'll
happen.
get to that. We'll get to that in our recap. Yeah. Yep,
So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah. Her real name is Mackenzie Stoddardson, but like everyone else on this team, I have a nickname, and it's Big Mac. Because I
The
one
Big Mac.
time ate a lot of Big Macs in one setting.
And she's
It's
also
because
tall.
you're big.
And-
I'm also
and your
the
name
biggest
is
one.
Maddie.
Such a
I
good
do like how last episode I tried to be 6'5". And you said
You-
no.
Yeah, you
No, you
did.
tried to be 6'6".
Yeah.
And then you were like 6'3". I was like, I'll take it.
I gave you 6 foot. That was where I let you
No.
cap out.
I just watched this episode. You said 6.5 feet. She said, I'll give you up to 6 feet. And you're like, I want to be 6 feet. And then you said, you want to be 5'10".
5'10", yeah.
It was so
I'm going to be 6 feet.
fluctuating
I'm
height.
gonna write it
I
down.
6
like
feet
I'm
tall.
going to write that down. It is officially canon. You're welcome.
6'6". Okay,
For all those
done.
artists.
What am I doing here? Hi, everybody. My name is I'm Lizzie the Bald. You may not remember me. It's been a long time. Hi. And you can find me on Twitter and sometimes on Twitch and places. And I am playing Raven. She has no other fucking name.
Like
April shower.
And no one is allowed to call her any other name but
I
Raven,
made a
except
mistake
for when
already.
they're addressing her as a ranger, in which case they may call her Ranger Corvus, because that's who she is. She is goth. she is rich and kind of snobby, and she doesn't really understand, how like things like writing checks and cashing them works.
You have a bank account now.
And she early on developed a really wicked crush on Big Mac, which has since blossomed into a relationship, which is sometimes a little bit tumultuous.
Oh yeah, there was prom, wasn't there?
No, it was Santa. It was the Santa dance.
It was the
Servant
Santa. Servant
Yeah,
Santa
that's
dance.
right.
The
Yeah.
winter
We've
ball.
lived 1,000 years.
Yeah, we have.
Many lifetimes have passed.
Yeah, that's me.
She did once have. All right, so and I'm Random Tuesday. I am here to help facilitate the story, and I'm so excited. Let's see what we can remember about Celestial Rangers. So way back when we encountered the Rangers, and the Rangers are fighting against Empress Emotia and her minions of evil feelings. And they have faced off against many of these minions of evil feelings. And at first they encountered Asadia Sloth. It was Miss Gray was the new lacrosse coach. They bested her quite successfully. I don't have the names of all of their power attacks, but those are the episode titles.
There was a hammer involved.
There was, I think that was like something
That one
Hammer of
was, it
Retribution.
was
No, that
wide.
was, yeah.
The next one was Whisk Horse.
That was, yep, that happened. Whisk Horse, I don't forget. And then they faced off against, I think, my favorite, Dominique Violette, the most attractive foreign exchange students that came to their school.
No.
And there was Shakespeare reading, and there were crushes, and there was deep feelings of love and longing, and they were brutally
There were showers.
dismantled. Yeah, there have been two shower scenes.
Only two.
One in which Big Mac, because showers are the opposite of both sleep and lust. Big Mac was shaking April awake in the shower, or sorry, Raven awake in the shower. And another
that was
time
so
when,
late.
I don't remember who was being woken up in the shower, but I think it was Novella, and
No.
I
No,
remember
it was
why-
like an NPC.
It was an NPC. That's where it started.
In the
It was-
first
it
episode.
was-
yeah,
it was
in the
NPC,
first
and then
episode.
you made out in a shower.
That's not true.
You're right.
Was that what it was? I know there was a shower scene, and it was very smoochable.
I don't recall this.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
What happens at parties stays at
Maybe
parties.
the mic.
Yeah.
I do not recall.
And so in this time, they had been given these powers by Hubert, their animal guardian of many forms. I believe he's been a capybara and probably a raccoon and a snake and just kind of whatever. He doesn't like sticking with one particular form, but he was the one who made them rangers, who granted them these abilities to fight off against these forces. There was Gluttony or Gulia, Coral Bloom from the Sweet Orange Bakery with the cookies that would never satisfy you, and the Oven Mech. That was the Whisk Horse that took that one down. And that was when they were getting ready. They were doing a fundraiser for the Surfin' Santa Winter Ball. It has been one school year, not even. So the Surfin' Santa Winter Ball. So the next episode, we jump in and said Surfin' Santa Winter Ball is interrupted so brutally and so viciously by giant snake-like monsters, but not before Thrash had spiked the punch. And
You're welcome.
Novella and Big Mac, I think, or was it Raven? Some of you got very drunk.
That sounds like me.
I was the DD, so
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, I know several people were drunk and or high during this while fighting these monsters because they never transformed while fighting the lizards.
Nope.
They just like smacked it and beat the crap out of it with a chair.
We did destroy some lizards.
And so then that happened, and it turned out this was not just any old giant lizard. This was Envy, and a series of more monsters appeared, including one.
Wasn't Big Mac on the roof? And wasn't there a pool?
That was
the party.
Lux.
That
Okay.
was the party for Dominique.
Got it. Okay.
Because there were two parties. There was
Coming back in
one.
pieces.
Yeah, no. There was the first party, which was
We tried to get the lacrosse
to get
team.
the whole lacrosse team there to try and help them out, and instead the four of you just got drunk. And then there was the second party that Dominique was at, and that was the one that became the Rager. And there were like mindless zombie people lusting after Dominique, and then someone was on the roof, and someone was in the pool. There was kisses. There was a lot of making out. And Novella had a crisis about whether or not she was going to continue dating
You
Chris.
kissed her.
Yeah.
I remember now.
Yeah, you're the only one who wasn't allured.
Yeah.
You were anti Dominique
because
and everyone
because
else.
I was really mad about Yeah, because this
Oh, it
wasn't
was
happening.
Novella and Dominique. That's right.
Quick
Yeah.
question in character. Did Novella ever decide if she's dating Chris or not? Or
think
is
they
it like a
broke up.
self
They
thing?
broke up.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Good.
Ew.
Yeah, so then there was, so it was the lacrosse team, Party, Surfing Santa, and so then you were attacked in the library by a hydra, or two-headed snake. Not technically a hydra.
Yeah, I'm the hydra.
You are the hydra. And Thrash made a decision.
For the group.
Made a decision for the group. And that decision was, you know what? If we're not rangers anymore, then maybe they won't come after us. And the quickest way to stop being rangers is not just, hey, Hubert, have my power back, is, fuck you, Hubert, here's a massive power attack with all of the energy that I have left.
It was to save the entire team. I made the right choice.
Is that where we landed on that? Is that
Definitely didn't stop us from being rangers.
is that where we landed on that?
And the result is that Hubert was gone, and the rangers lost their powers. But it did not stop the monsters. And more monsters came and attacked them. And at one point, I think Big Mac was attacked because Big Mac decided I might not be a ranger, but I can still go patrolling, and got attacked and was bleeding. And Thrash was there, and Novella was there, and there was the hurried phone call to Raven and the very well-tipped Uber driver. And you re-encountered another creature. This one was a small black cat, which you later learned was called Edward. And Edward gifted you back your powers, made you rangers once again.
Still a trap.
Maybe.
Just wait.
Just wait. Gifted you back your powers, and you had power-ups at that point. So you new ranger forms, way cooler, way more awesome, more powerful, great stuff like that. And then you handily
downside
defeated the monsters, put an end to envy, and the next time we encountered the rangers. Thrash was visiting college campuses, and Novella was visiting college campuses.
Yes.
And
Novella was actually visiting.
Yeah.
probably, yeah. So the other two rangers were kind of left to do some defending, and they dealt with the Ava Cobalt, the new bank manager in town.
We did.
Which turned into a giant magpie. She turned into a giant magpie. It was the manifestation of greed, and there was a massive pile of stuff that included 0 Funko Pop figures purchased by Big Mac, and absolutely no collection of Jack Skellington gear from Hot Topic purchased by Raven.
Not a little bit.
Not at all. They dealt with that in their first half of the episode. We jumped in straight into that fight, and they met a new individual, Ray Light. Except in that moment, he was the Paladin of Roses, the mysterious and alluring scented figure.
Thank you so much. Wow. Oh. Smells great.
Who came in and helped them out because they weren't doing so well because it was just the two of them, and. They eventually figured out, they're all in the same homeroom, they figured out who the Paladin of Roses was, that he's in fact Ray Light, and...
Ray Judith Light.
Ray Judith Light.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, no, that's important. And then Big Mac punched him.
Big Mac was being hazed by seniors.
You came up to attack... You came up to attack Ray,
That's not the way I
and 3 greasers popped up behind, not because they wanted to fight, but because they were rehearsing for the school production of West Side Story, who you broke the quarterback and the best tenor's arm in the last episode. So
Yeah.
To Big Mac.
We'll
in
get
the
to
last
it.
episode.
Yeah.
We're getting there. So Big Mac punched him in the face and was sent to the new guidance counselor's office, Miss Roth. Miss Garnet Roth. I don't remember how much we talked about her name, but we went to the guidance counselor office, and the guidance counselor gave some interesting advice to Big Mac, which a lot of it was along the lines of, you should stand up for yourself and really assert yourself, and you know what, sometimes violence is the answer, was the sort of summary of what the guy, she was wrath. The whole time, she was wrath.
Who knew?
Who knew?
Don't the thematics of this whole show reinforce that?
Yeah. That violence is sometimes the answer.
well, yeah.
Not generally against our fellow students
So
when
then-
they're not possessed.
Big Mac began starting essentially a school riot.
To be fair, the entire school just divided themselves into teams, and then Big Mac just had to quell that rebellion by being the leader of the school.
Sure.
Yep.
It started with, I believe, asserting yourself as the leader of the track team,
Yep.
and then wanting to take on the lacrosse team.
Oh.
Now, would you like to add some interactions that happened?
We're also concerned about being the leader of the Rangers, of which at the moment there was only me.
You're still not the leader.
And that was never going to happen. There were some cabedons. There were some utility closets. There were some arguments.
Lots of arguments.
And then we found out some truths about the Rangers and the origin of these embodiments of negative emotion, and which is why the Paladin is here. That Rangers have the ability, with all of these great powers, to become corrupted by negative emotions, and they become these representations.
No one listens to Thrash.
Yep. And Wrath and Big Mac were beginning to merge. Big Mac was verging onto dangerous territory as she escalated the violence within the school. That was where she broke a quarterback's arm, I think. There was like fights. I remember the shop team was the most scary. Like they were the scary ones because they were actually armed.
And the baking team was doing flamethrowers with the flour and like their torches. That was that's scary.
Some explosives. And yeah, no, Thrash was 100% right the whole time. And we found out that paladins, they can help prevent rangers from becoming evil long enough to remove a ranger's power if it's required before they become an embodiment of these evil forms. And there was some disagreement about whether or not that was happening to Big Mac. Raven was pretty convinced that everything was fine, and everyone else was corrupted, but Big Mac was totally normal.
I mean, her aura looked okay.
Well, like,
and I was a little bit turned on by some of her behavior. But then eventually, it just got too much. Like, eventually,
I mean, my mouth did spread open.
We eventually crossed lines.
And we reached a climactic fight between Miss Roth, the embodiment of evil, who turned into a horned demon and began attacking with a giant sword. It was a very cool sword. And Big Mac and her were sort of facing off. And she were just trying to take the sword. And
It's a big sword.
it was a big sword, and you really wanted the big sword. And she kind of wanted to murder you. And I believe you failed your soul roll.
Yes.
And the decision that was made, the conclusion of this episode was Big Mac never got a hold of the sword. The two rangers together still fought off and destroyed Roth. And there was a sort of final, with the help of Ray. Everyone got very hurt in that fight.
Yeah.
And there was a final conversation with both Hubert's dead, Edward and Olivia. Olivia being the paladin's person.
Bossy Aussie.
Cat. She was a not cat. She always takes the forms of dogs. She was a Aussie. It was real cute.
I like
Don't pet her. Don't touch
Never.
her.
No, I already made that mistake.
Yeah.
I got bit.
Yep. And they gave you a little bit more information about how the Rangers could become these evils. And our final button was a reflection of Mac grinning wider than she should
In the mirror.
in the mirror.
Of the pie shop.
Like
Of the
in
pie shop.
us?
Sure.
I haven't seen it, but sure,
Okay.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reflection is not necessarily what was reality. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Did I miss any important notes? In the last episode had both lore and feelings.
I just want, for the record,
Yeah.
I cut off Novella because she was abusing
Mhm,
the tools that I was giving her, and that's her fault.
That's so reasonable. So Novella, so it is now spring break, and Thrash, you've returned. It's really probably less than a week, maybe a week since all of these incidents. Thrash has returned or will be returning soon, and Novella comes back from college campuses and then kind of disappears really quickly on a family vacation. Which coincides shortly after you have cut Novella off.
It's rehab.
A coincidence.
It's a family intervention, vacation, rehab. But it's also spring break, so it's very conveniently timed. And would you reach out to them to meet up with them shortly after you're back, or would you kind of wait for the other Rangers to reach out to Thrash?
I would probably do some cyber stalking to see what they were doing.
Okay, what have you been up to? Yeah.
Yeah.
What has Thrash discovered in the cyber stalking in like the week where you maybe don't see Thrash?
Is it officially spring break?
It is officially spring break.
Okay.
Like episode 1 will begin on day 1 of this episode begins on day 1 of spring break. So Dakota will be coming back.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna make the call now. Raven does have a Twitter. She's a teenager.
Okay.
She's got one. But
Or does she have a TikTok?
she's got an Instagram. That's what she got. She doesn't have a Twitter. She has an Instagram. And she's usually pretty regularly posting on Instagram. And also on her dead journal. But this last week, she's gone social media radio silence.
Yeah, but what are you spending and what are you spending it on?
Yeah.
There's been a lot of retail therapy. A lot of clothes and accessories.
Did she go back to Hot Topic?
No.
Okay.
No.
There are better online.
There are more expensive places to use Daddy's credit card.
Fair.
Yeah, and her, oh gosh, what would her search history be?
How to tell your friends bad news.
She's been listening to a lot of sad and or angry music on Spotify.
Okay, well that's not different.
A little bit different.
Getting deeper into the Atlantis? Or?
A little bit different. Like not the usual kind of classic goth stuff. More like what is the word?
Super goth.
Just sadness.
Do you just do hashtag sadness on SoundCloud and just let it play?
Sure.
It's sad goth, not angry goth, and there's a important distinction.
Not like arty, dancey goth. More sad goth.
Mm-hmm.
Less Panic at the Disco.
Panic at the Disco is not goth.
More ways. No. Let me be clear.
Excuse me.
It's what I interpret as goth in high school. So,
Shout out to everybody who had a dead journal.
I wasn't cool enough to get a token.
Aww.
That's okay.
I don't even know what dead journal. I thought it was a thing you made up.
No, it's real.
oh, sorry, it's scene. I always get
Yeah.
this mixed up. So if
Very different.
Big Mac, there is, because Dakota's in town, like, or getting ready, there's a lot more, like, wait, she's not here yet, though?
I think she's like arriving today, so we'll say
Oh,
like
cool.
the morning of the
Dakota's
Saturday
the
after.
sister?
Dakota
Older
is
sister.
Big
I
Mac's
remember
older
Dakota.
sister.
Yeah.
Who used to be a Celestial Ranger.
Yes.
Used to be Ranger
Some of us are
Aquelius.
legacies.
So a lot of just pump up workout tracks, which are very consistent. Surprisingly, the Peg playlist is absolutely not changed. It's been like the same 10 tracks consistently, like for the last 4 days.
Is
And,
that
like,
different from you? The
usually
normal?
they throw in like, you'll do like workout tunes and then like plus something else, but it has been the same 10 songs repetitively. There's been a lot. I don't think Big Mac goes on. Big Mac probably doesn't use an Instagram, but she probably has like a messenger with the team. It's like a group chat that's on Snapchat. And so they all kind of talk about their routines and how they're getting.
Is there
Well,
a
we
new
have a
person?
group text for sure. What?
Yeah. Did you add Ray into this whole group text, or do you have like a separate one?
Oh no, we
Oh no,
definitely.
Ray is not
are.
in the group text.
Oh what?
No.
You have my number, though.
Does Big Mac accidentally add Ray into this group text
I think-
and then Raven deletes him from it and Thrash sees it still?
I think that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
oh, we add Ray into a group text.
And
No.
And there was probably like a little mini argument because the group text is sacred, Mackenzie. You do not add to the group text without the consent of every member of the group text.
That doesn't make any sense. They're all gone.
The
Like,
group text is sacred.
You all get a text. Hey, I just got a text from these numbers.
Yeah,
It just
there
says
was-
seen, but nothing. No responses.
There's a new number in the group text and it's gone. but there was one.
Oh, I totally got a hold of that.
Yeah, no, you did.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You don't know.
Please. Child's play.
And Big Mac doesn't buy a lot, but you can see that she's looking for a part-time job.
Okay. Like what type of part-time, like dog walking or like,
I mean, like, I don't think you can use.
I heard
You
there's
can
this
sign up
bakery in town that's
for.
getting rebuilt and needs some people to work there.
I don't think you can do gigs until you're 18, and she's not yet.
I mean,
16.
you could, but you
Really?
could also like post and be like, "Hey, I'm taking like
Well, legal gigs. 16.
yeah." Like it's like babysitting when you're 13. Like people do it.
Yeah.
You can like knock on your neighbor's door and be like, "Hey, can I walk your dog for?"
I think
some
she
money?"
is doing the whole. I bet there's a mall in Oceanwood, like a small like outlet mall, and I bet she's like just doing the whole like, here's a piece of paper. I'm good at track.
Abercrombie and Fitch would hire you.
I am
Yeah.
tall.
You are
Then you would smell like them the whole time.
Yeah.
Eventually, your nose just go dead.
Mine wouldn't.
So you can see this is actually a quite new revelation. So it is. I don't think we've talked about it yet, but it is like recent.
I got you.
Okay. And so Thrash finds out probably that Ray exists, but doesn't necessarily know Ray's connection to the other two.
Would you have been able to access my search history?
Yes.
Okay.
Thrash is
Please tell us.
So there's a lot of top monologue for men, top monologue for actors, adjusting the age range around.
Oh,
There's also when's too early to give a girl who might not know you exist a mixtape.
Oh, no, he's a theater kid.
There are tickets to a touring band that I know she likes that are coming to town. And then you see maybe like one or two hits on her Facebook page.
And who is the her who's the Facebook page?
Her name is Novella, and yeah. So
I'm sorry. I need to clarify. She's a junior, and you're a senior.
yeah.
Yeah, I protect my own, as has been made clear.
Are you looking at? Are you? Oh, you're probably looking for like
You,
theater.
junior or sophomore?
Freshman.
Sophomore.
Sophomore, freshman, and then Novella was the junior.
Questionable freshman.
Freshman? Senior?
There's also a tab
Senior
over
in
this
middle
how to
school?
keep your secret identity.
Oh, how to keep your secret identity.
Oh,
Good.
boy.
Okay. So you do, like, you come back and you kind of stay radio silent for maybe a week before, or a few days at least, before you kind of let the rest of the Rangers know that Thrash has returned.
Yeah, I mean,
how do they find out that Thrash has returned? Because, like,
And when?
and when?
group text.
Okay.
When you get back?
No. Several days. She does all of the digging into your search histories. She monitors what you were up to while she was gone, and then they just get a text saying back.
Yeah, no, so it's
Or-
like, hey, I know we're still kind of enslaved and stuff. Maybe we should talk about it.
Does she know anything?
Almost immediately. Almost immediately, Raven texts back, yes, we'll send, like, what is that thing called? What is the thing that we use called? A doodle. We'll send a doodle.
Like, I don't know.
No.
I mean, we as in old people, we need to schedule our time.
Yeah, exactly. But also, teenagers have a lot of shit going on.
That's true.
And you might have a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, but that's Snapchat.
It's fair.
That's
Whatever.
fair.
I
Whatever.
think we just do long, convoluted, like, text chains to figure it out.
There
You
will
are-
be a long, convoluted text chain about what time we could get together. Like, Raven's on it.
It's Monday, right? Or Tuesday?
Whenever that text
Whatever-
comes in.
yeah.
Do you, maybe on, like, the first day of spring break, so on, like, the
Yeah.
Saturday?
Yeah,
Or Friday or
yes,
something, maybe?
Novella is on vacation.
Yeah, she told us.
I know what rehab is when I hear about it.
I think that's next.
Love you, Novella.
She's on vacation with her family.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad has been on vacation with his family plenty, okay? I know what this is.
All right.
Just all of you sitting in your room.
So Ray's just sitting in his room and his phone's not going off and just like,
No, I think he's practicing a monologue, right?
yeah, definitely.
What part is he playing in that play?
Oh, it's the audition for this one. He's got to fill in for he's finishing up West Side Story. He's gonna do a small production of Fiddler on the Roof at the local community theater. But really, he's working on. He really wants a dream role in Midsummer Night's Dream. He wants to be Oberon, the king of the fairies.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh. Not Puck?
No, I'm too big.
Okay.
Yeah, not quite so big, but still, not 6'9". How tall are you? Lauren says 6'9". Canon. Add to the wiki.
You're like 2 feet taller than I am.
Okay, so this group text goes around. Mac may or may not realize that Novella's in rehab.
I think Mac actually says like, "Yo, I'm meeting April for dessert. Do you want to come?"
Did you just call me April?
Sorry, I wouldn't have said that. I'm meeting
Raven. That's right. It's been 6 months. It's okay.
I'm meeting Raven for dessert. You want to come? I'll pick you up.
I don't do 3-way dates, so maybe we should.
We'll pick up Ray too. I don't. What do you want?
Ray. Tell me about Ray.
We'll tell you about Ray over dessert.
So I'm kind of rehabilitating my image. It would be better for selfies if we met at the beach.
I'm not gonna go to the beach at night. Well, actually, running is good.
Yes. Done.
Cool.
We'll pick you up.
Better.
Okay, so you
In
get
the
the car.
truck.
Oh, in the truck.
Oh.
You go to the
She's
address.
the only one with a car.
I do have a truck. Can I bring my? I'm gonna bring my dogs. We're going to a beach trip. I'm bringing my dogs.
You go to the address that Trash has given you as her address.
It's your street corner.
And
Yeah.
she's waiting there.
I think Big Mac does text Ray and be like, "Beach,
Beach?
Yes.
cool."
Now?
I think I would have texted you the night before.
Oh. Yes.
So is this Friday night or did you go in the morning? Like maybe it's the Saturday morning.
It's Saturday morning.
Okay,
Yeah.
Saturday morning. You were arranging everything.
You gotta
Friday
get the
night.
good light.
So you've picked us all up already?
I think I pick up everybody except for Thrash, and I wait about 3 blocks away from the location
Wait.
you gave us.
Wait,
You gonna pick him
you're
up
gonna
too?
pick up
No,
Ray?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
before Thrash.
No, Thrash first.
Okay, so
Then on the way to Ray, we're gonna pause and we're gonna like.
Okay,
Wait!
Okay, so let's clarify. So this is the order. Big Mac drives up, picks up Raven.
Yup.
Drives up, grabs Thrash off of the street corner. There's like 2 dogs in the back. Do you have one of those trucks that seats 4 people, or does Thrash have to sit in the back?
I definitely think it's the one where there's the tight like double
there's, like, the
seats.
tiny seat in the back.
Yeah.
So the dogs are in like the pickup bed or
I
the?
assume the dogs are in the bed then. Okay. So
I
there's
I don't
like-
drive very fast. It's Oceanwood. Like I'm gonna go like 25.
Hey, we missed you.
Strap him in.
Okay.
You look different.
I'm an e-girl now.
What does that mean? Wait, I know I'm a
Oh.
teenager.
According to my deep learning algorithms, this is the best way to change my image.
Why are you trying to change your image?
I think it is wise to rehabilitate the way that I am perceived, mostly around town.
I mean, you were great before. I want to put out there. You were.
If that's what's gonna make you happy.
Ooh woo.
Oh God. That's okay. We can talk about this when we get to the beach.
Very good.
Ooh, right back at you.
And so Big Mac is driving and
Not
the
going
beach, yeah, the
towards the
beach is
beach.
definitely like to the left, and Big Mac goes to the right.
Mac, you made a wrong turn.
No.
What do you mean no?
Gonna pick up Ray.
What?
Ray's part of the team.
Oh!
I include everyone on the team on this trip.
Do you want to stop and explain that so I don't choke you from behind?
Mackenzie, pull over the truck. Okay, are you in the middle or in the back?
I think you'd be
Back.
In the little
Like,
tiny
you
back seats?
sort
Okay.
of a little ominously lean forward and
Oh,
say
yes.
that quietly to Big Mac as she's driving.
Yes.
So, Raven pulls off her seatbelt, turns herself around. We're going to have a discussion now.
I
Okay.
assume you've stopped the car and pulled
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Hazards on.
Okay.
The dogs are barking at something.
So, Ray, turns out that there are these things called paladins of flowers or flower paladins or whatever. And anyways, he's like the paladin of roses or some shit.
Yeah.
And he's got powers given to him by another little weird space animal. And his, yeah. Okay, so here's the part that you're not gonna like. Yes. Yes. I'm not keeping things secret from our fellow Rangers.
Fine. She's gonna say I told you so.
You're not gonna like this part. But you're not allowed to hurt Ray, because he's...
Under what circumstances? It can't be a carte blanche. That's insane.
As long as he is not actively trying to physically harm any of us, then you're not allowed to hurt Ray.
Emotionally or spiritually also.
Physically.
Physically. And
You can't make me agree to
maliciously, emotionally, and spiritually.
If he's dumb, that's not my fault.
At least let us, like...
Just tell me.
Give him a chance. He helped us out.
So his whole thing is that he's there to, like, support us. And apparently we need support because we can absorb, like, so much negative energy that we become one of the things that we're fighting. And if it gets to that point, they're going to take away our powers. I know. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it.
Of course.
Yeah. No, I know. I know.
We have to murder him.
No,
we can't murder Ray. It's not his fault.
Let me question you this.
All right.
If he can't take away our powers because we're too badass, will he try to murder us instead?
I don't think Ray's gonna.
It's not his job to murder us.
Okay, put us down.
No.
It's not his job to do that either.
His job is to control us.
No. He literally can sometimes make us tired.
What? What?
He has the so. You know when you're like
the character can die.
You know when you're like
Their combined ranger attack would definitely murder you in one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go.
okay. So you know how when you're like running and you're getting that good run and get that good beat, you're like boom, 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 boom. Well, he could just go like make you tired, so it's like boom.
So
boom.
he's a vampire that controls us for the evil space aliens.
Yes.
We haven't
But-
established that they're aliens.
He also can make you go boom, 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 boom. Like he's got it.
So he can explode your heart.
He can buff. He can buff and debuff. I've played WoW.
He's a support
What?
class.
Yeah, he's a support class.
Can we put a collar on him? Can we put
No.
a shock collar on him?
No.
Can we put a little lysine contingency into his food?
No.
He has earned my trust, which
How?
Raven has pointed out that does not mean that much, but give him a chance.
I don't think that he is here to hurt us or would even want to.
Doesn't mean that he will not.
Doesn't mean that we won't hurt each other. At a certain point, you have to take something on faith. And then, be ready to destroy things before they destroy you, if it comes to that.
You're not making the best case.
I know, but
You're
there's
sure-
no really good case to make because we're in kind of a shitty situation.
Well, maybe at the least we can turn him against our masters and enlist his help.
I think he would be more on our side than theirs.
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
We kind of went through a lot last week.
You want to tell me?
There were like 2 different generals or whatever, and like you heard about what happened. Did you hear about what happened at the school?
It was definitely in the news.
I was
there was
visiting colleges.
a riot. Like, if you did any research, there was basically a riot.
yes.
in
You
the school.
say you were visiting college, and Raven gives you that look like, whatever, girl, but I'm not questioning it right now because you're going through a lot. Yeah, so that was all, what was her name? Roth.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah, I know, right? So,
They don't need to be clever if everyone's murdering each other.
besides, he's like a little bit like, he like wears things like on his sleeve. Like, you totally would know it was coming if he was gonna like turn on us.
Yeah.
100%.
Can we commit to a contingency plan where, if evidence indicates that he is not on our side, that we get to murder him?
Can we compromise with somehow depower? murder his like little dog thing.
It's not a bad idea.
I'm good at that.
I'm good with that.
All right, let's meet him.
But we have to agree. No taking things into our own hands. There has to be some kind of consensus.
2 out of 3 at least.
2 out of 3.
Is
And-
it working?
Yes.
Is this working?
No.
Maybe maybe you'd be more welcoming if you pet the dogs as we came in. Like
Consensus.
Consensus.
Thank you.
just gears. I think that actually before Mackenzie switches gears, I think she reaches over and like lightly like squeezes the knees and then switches gears. And then drives the 2.5 blocks to get to Ray's house. Or address that Ray
we haven't done. We have not described who these characters are. I realize, like, we are familiar with them. But,
Yeah.
so in the back, in the car, let's kind of take a moment and then we'll cut to what they see. So in the front seat, in the driver's seat, what do we see?
So Mackenzie is tall jock, brown hair and a ponytail, definitely wearing a
6'9".
6 foot, wearing a baseball hat from like some sporting event that's like definitely seen better days. Sweatshirt cut off at the sleeves, jeans with the rolled up bottoms, and a pair of running shoes. Mm-hmm.
Sitting next to her.
Sitting next to her, Raven, who can usually be found in some really like high-end, nice, but commercially available goth wear. Her go-to style is kind of like a bodice with maybe like a shirt, a puffy-sleeved shirt underneath, some bows at the neck, some ruffles, and skirt, and like a pair of baby dolls or something. But since they're going to the beach, she's a bit more casual. And there are leggings with like a lace inset up the side, and she has a, what the fuck are they called? Pullover cover, bathing suit cover thing over
So wrong.
her, over her, I thought that was,
Kafta,
whatever.
or something
Whatever.
like
It's a pullover.
that.
Black with kind of some lace details and whatnot on it over her also black swimsuit.
Just a Russian playwright.
Also full makeup. Full makeup.
Perfect.
And her parasol is tucked into the footwell
I was about to
beside
ask.
her.
Yeah.
Big
Because she is pale AF, 5'2", and adorable.
Yep.
In the back seat.
So in the backseat is Thrash. Thrash is tiny and wiry. Like she didn't get fed enough when she was a little kid. She was very masculine. So this new look is very alarming. She still hasn't got rid of her classic black hoodie though. And Thrash is pale. Like she doesn't go out in the sun. And kind of yellowish because, you know, she's a brown person. That's what happens when you don't get sun and you're a brown person. And she is constantly drinking energy drinks. And she has at least 2 or 3 of these on her person at all time doing who knows what fucking shit with Bitcoin. Oh, I said the F word. Sorry about that.
That's fine. Here you're fine.
Oh,
So
fuck.
many times. I know.
Damn.
And she has a low voice and seems low energy, but is not.
And for those who are not familiar with what e-girls are, what does her makeup look like? Because
Yeah. So e-girls look like this. An e-girl is a teenage girl who is on the internet and is attractive. And you can see many e-girls on TikTok. I am one of them now. I am popular e-girl
On TikTok.
on TikTok.
it's terrifying. And as this car drives up, and this all takes place in the lovely city of Oceanwood. It is conveniently located in near all plot-relevant locations that one might need. An ocean, some forest, some mountains, a river. There's probably a strange abandoned mine out somewhere near the city.
I mean, there will be.
Yeah, it's all very very convenient. And as they drive around the corner and they pull up to pick up Ray, what do they see?
There is a you kind of pull up and there's like a gas station and a convenience store, kind of like a corner store, like a bodega. People, it's daytime, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so like people are going in and out, buying snacks for the beach, doing their thing, having a good time. You can't really see any houses, but if you look up, there's up the side of these stairs. There's kind of a little apartment building pushed to the side, and from the top of it, you just see probably like a pretty tall guy in a bright pink hoodie with nice rose like swim shorts.
He's like a Power
And
Ranger.
he's got like he's got dark hair, kind of curly, kind of messy. He has a rose in it, and is growing out that like kind of weird 18-year-old beard because he's trying to get a part into play. He's got just a little bit of sunscreen on his nose, and you just hear puppies, and he runs down the stairs and dives into the back of the pickup truck.
Does he wait for the vehicle to stop?
No,
I
they
do
stopped. He
stop.
stopped.
I unplugged that, and now it's tiny. Can we fix it?
Oh, okay. I was wondering what had happened or why it flashed.
I mean, maybe I didn't do
Good.
it, but maybe
No,
I'm pretty
Someone
sure.
probably kicked it. It's fine.
that. Yeah, I definitely.
Yeah.
Go.
So rolling around, just gonna hear metal thunking and dog slobber
Go,
and fur.
go.
No,
No. Too late. He's dead. Count him. Bummer. You never met him.
What?
That's great.
Hey, how you doing? Oh, hey. I reach my hand and it's just covered in dog hair.
Yeah,
Hi,
don't
I'm
touch
Ray.
it. Hi.
Hi.
You just,
Oh, you look
peeking
like-
through the window in the back.
Yeah,
of the
yeah. Just
Ray, this is Thrash.
Thrash. Oh my gosh. Hi. How you doing? I love the e-girl look. That's really cool.
Yeah.
What's your favorite TikTok?
popular?
I like the one with the Mad Hatter.
I like the one where they do the thing where it's from that one movie with the extraordinary gentleman or something.
Oh, yeah,
And there's like
yeah.
a curtain and you look normal and you drop it and you're all like vamped out.
Oh, that's so cool. I love the technology these days. That's really cool. It's really cool to meet you.
I do duets sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, do you do it by yourself or with people?
Do you know what a duet is?
Oh no, I do. I have a musical theater degree, which is what I'm going to say in like 5 years when I get that. Oh, duets on TikTok. Oh, I'm sorry. I just kind of watch the best of TikTok on YouTube when I'm trying to fall asleep on my laptop, so I don't really get on the app because my phone doesn't have enough service, doesn't have enough data. So,
All right. So,
could you show me maybe?
hey, I've got some cool shit in my pocket that's gonna make you feel like real smooth.
And Ray, you need to buckle up, and because
Get in the
we
car.
don't want Mac to get a ticket, and we're gonna leave the puppies for now
They'll
in the
come with
back.
us.
He just talks really
And
fast. I want to be able to understand him.
Where are the
We're
puppies going?
they're coming with us,
To the
but
beach.
you're gonna get into the cab
can't-
and you're gonna buckle up, and then we're gonna go to the beach.
Yes, next to me.
Okay.
And you're not gonna take anything.
That
Why?
sounds like very good advice. Flashback
Someone.
to a conversation we had. Do not take anything from and that's it. That's the only thing.
You said that?
I would like to use my emotional control just to send a little love to the dogs before I go
don't
to the
either.
back seat.
They feel it. They do.
Good.
I think they
Good.
built it before
Okay,
that
I'm
too.
taking my points off because I'm counting it.
Surprisingly,
I'm
their
emotional.
soul is
I'm
so
gonna die.
their soul score is so
I think you're being
large.
slightly louder now.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause
I'm
you're-
tiny. I can't reach
You're
the
leaning
mic.
back and also. So hopefully, I think I bumped your gain. Find out.
Before we take off, as Ray is getting into the cab, actually, Raven
very
will
tight.
get into the back and let him
Oh,
sit in the
are you sure?
Yeah,
Oh, thank you. That's nice.
yeah.
Thank you all for inviting me to this fun beach trip. What are we
We're
here
the team
for?
now.
Oh.
Change it just goes. It is not a smooth ride. This baby does go. It is the front had been vacuumed.
No. Oh no, you're all covered in dog hair in the back.
This is not
Whatever,
good
it's
for
all
my
coming
new
off
look.
when we get to the beach.
So if you guys have never been to Washington beaches, because we're in Washington, right?
I believe you were in the Atlantic Northeast.
Can we just pretend
You're in the Pacific Northwest.
that it's like a beach and
Not
not,
like a
a
rock
Washington
beach?
Yeah.
coast?
It
Just
is,
shark
it
rock.
is a sandy beach. It maybe isn't warm enough all year round to swim in the ocean, but like it's probably. I mean, we're getting towards April, so it's kind of depends on how brave you are. I think
don't-
at this point.
I mean, the ocean's gonna be cold
Yeah,
because it's
but
the
it's a-
Pacific.
it's a
I
sandy
just need to be able to be on the sand. and not freeze, and not in a sweater.
This is a magical world where we can do what we want, so it's a sandy beach.
It's a sandy beach.
It's the one sandy beach.
There's a sandy beach and a rocky beach.
For those of you who
Well,
are
just on opposite
unfamiliar
sides.
with the Pacific Northwest, the
know
reason we're
Rocky
briefly litigating this is because the Pacific Northwest does not have beaches, it has a coast.
Yeah.
And you don't go there with a swimsuit.
Unless you're me. And you free dive.
Yeah.
Then it's pretty cool.
So I think Mackenzie, it's probably we're probably there a little bit earlier than most people. Like we try to get out. Like
you're
at
here before the
10:30.
spring break rush.
Yeah, we don't really have a big. Oh, you know what? We definitely have a big spring break group who come to Ocean Beach.
Yeah, it's Oceanwood. It's
Yeah.
where the cool kids go. No, it's where it doesn't cost as much as the more popular locations.
So parking's actually kind of hard to find because it is party season. Most people are sleeping off their hangovers, and so we, go to the beach. I have leashes. I have one dog in each hand. As I'm just like
in front of the dogs doing this.
Raven saddles you with the large umbrella that she has brought,
Yeah.
and also with like a chair or two.
I also have tranquilizer patches. You can just slap them on.
No. Remember, we talked about consent when it comes to
Hey,
drugging people.
Are you guys talking about me?
No.
Okay.
And grabs her parasol, open, maybe takes one chair.
She doesn't.
Nah.
No. I think you said it. No, you tried to take one chair,
but Mackenzie's like, I got it.
and then you both kind of pull me. Mackenzie just kind of pulls me with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come with me. Like arm with Thrash.
Find a good spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you find a spot, you set up your chairs and your umbrella, you let the dogs run around with Ray.
Yeah. We're having a good time.
Are you here to do anything in particular? You actually kind of already had your conversation, at least with Thrash.
Doesn't sound like it.
What? Should we?
I think that there's isn't there an ice cream place down the beach?
But it's too early for ice cream.
Is it ever really too early to get me ice cream?
Is this how they flirt?
No, you're.
They're not flirting.
You are
They're
correct.
Obfuscating.
I should go get ice cream for you by myself. With you.
No, you can take Ray.
Okay.
I'm pretty settled, I'm in my chair. I've got to apply some sunscreen for underneath the shade.
Yeah.
For the parts that might not be in shade.
Yo, Ray.
What?
Let's get ice cream.
Oh, okay. Anyone want anything?
We're getting ice cream.
Ice cream.
Well, I was
I want
thinking,
a Red Bull.
Red Bull? Absolutely. Do you want the big ones or the big ones?
Does Thrash say that as she opens another can of Red Bull?
Just big one. Gotcha. Just comes running in the sand, trips a little bit, then comes all the way back.
I give you one of the leashes.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
She absolutely does have the oversized sunglasses. Big old sunglasses, sun hat, the umbrella above. The parasol is put away once she's settled in the seat, and once the two of them are gone to get ice cream.
It's actually a really far walk because it is 10:30 a.m. and not a lot of ice cream places open that early.
Yeah, you're going to the grocery store. Yeah.
Yeah, some weird shit happened last week.
Clearly.
And look, I really need to talk to somebody about it, but I really can't talk about it around Mackenzie.
What did she do?
It wasn't it wasn't her. They almost took away her ranger abilities because she got really close to being
When you say they, you mean Ray.
No, I mean the little dog. Ed.
The cat.
Was it Edward?
The cat is the one
Okay.
that gives you your power.
Okay.
The dog gives.
No,
Ray
I
his
mean
powers.
Edward.
Fucking again.
So, she went completely off the rails. And it was totally because she was corrupted by wrath or wrath or whatever the hell.
Both.
But I mean, she was super gone. She was leading coups and beating people up. She beat up the whole lacrosse team.
Is she still contaminated?
don't think so.
You don't know.
I just,
Do we know if it can spread? Do we know if it's a vector? Do we know what happens if you can't stop it?
No.
We need those answers.
I don't know how to get those answers. It's just been me.
Well, we have...
And when I tried to look at
access now.
her aura, I mean, the last time I did it, I couldn't see anything wrong with her.
Okay, that's
I don't
not
know,
the right
it just,
source.
It's just like, I mean, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure she's fine. Like, she hasn't been, like, weird. She hasn't been mean. She's been, you know, Mac.
Okay, let me drug the enforcer so we can get answers out of him. Because
No.
he's clearly an enforcer.
No,
He's not one of us.
Please
He's
don't.
not on our side. He came to check her shit, didn't he? Didn't he? He did.
He wants to be one of us. Like, he's a really friendly person. Ugh, I can't believe I'm saying this. I've been hanging out with you people too long. It's just, I'm just worried. I don't know. Like, it was really hard being here alone without you and Novella and...
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I know you didn't do it on purpose.
I didn't really have a choice.
Where were you?
No place good.
Is that why this is happening?
Don't know what you're talking about. Rehabilitating my image.
Is that like a mandate? Oh. Well.
Perfect timing.
I mean, you know I've got your back.
Yeah, sometimes that's not enough.
Well, what does that mean?
It means that you, as much as I like you, Raven, are very privileged.
Well, I have a lot of money, yeah. Do you need money?
I have that taken care of now.
Okay.
It's not the point, though. The point is we have bigger problems. We're all going to turn in corrupted versions of ourselves
That
and
is
be
not,
slain.
like, that is totally not, and she's, like, looking out to see if they're coming back. That is not true. I don't think that's true.
You don't know that it's not true.
I'm worried.
You should be. We should all be worried.
I'm worried that something like that could happen to my girlfriend again.
Or you. Or me. Or Novella.
Especially Novella.
Yeah. Not my fault.
You need to take some responsibility.
I did
Like, a
everything
little bit.
that I needed to do.
Just as a person.
As a responsible facilitator of accelerated learning. Okay?
You don't have to know her for more than 2 seconds to know, like, what an obsessive personality she is. That is not the kind of person you give uppers to.
All right, fair. But I'm also learning, too. Sometimes.
That's fair.
But don't tell other people that.
Totes secret.
Don't say it like that either. That's gross.
We're friends, and I wouldn't narc on you.
Okay, thanks. Now, what are we going to do about this situation?
I don't know. I don't know what we can do about it.
There's always things we can do.
I don't know what we can reasonably do about it. I just wanted to tell you so that we can, like, keep our eyes open.
That is not a plan.
It's sort of the beginnings of a kind of plan. She's my girlfriend. What do you want me to do? Put her in a cage? No, like, she is fine. I just...
Drug her, then put her in a cage.
Look, I'm not super objective here, but you're not super objective here either.
I think I've proven to be the most objective person on the goddamn team.
You were right, all right? You were right. But here we are now, and there isn't a whole lot that we can do about that.
All right, fine. You can be leader. We'll see how that works out.
Oh my god. I think we should let Mac be leader.
Mac, the crazy gonna go psycho and destroy everybody with their evil negative powers, Mac?
Maybe she just needs, like, a confidence boost.
So she can be eviler?
Maybe if we make her leader, we'll be able to better see if she goes evil.
Or maybe you can sex all the bad juice out of her.
Wait, do you think that will work?
Might as well try.
Cut to Big Mac and Ray.
We each have one dog.
Each want a dog. You find like the one ice cream place that opens, but it opens at 11, and
So we're
you're
just
like waiting until it opens. And it's like 10:55.
So Big Mac has her phone out, and she has a note section. When you look at her camera, you actually see the front-facing camera glass has been shattered. And in the note section, there's pluses and then there's minuses, and she's kind of reading them off, like to Ray, and she's like, last night I flirted with my girlfriend 4 times. I hugged my dad. I went on a jog. Hugged my mom. Went on a jog. I sent a positive affirmation to the freshmen on the team who cut off 15 seconds on their full mile run. So those were the positives.
Yeah.
But definitely ripped the pillow in half. Yelled at my sister over the phone. I thought about responding to a frowny face to somebody's picture on Facebook, but I didn't.
Mac, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What?
I thought I'd been very clear. I put things in your lockers that are, I have notes that have hearts and then have X's.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, and so I'm just letting you know there's a more positive than negative.
Oh, God, you should have explained that to me.
No, I very clearly said,
X's and
keep
O's.
me, no, not O's.
Oh, hearts.
Yeah, hearts and X's.
I know, I get what you're trying to do, but I think, like...
I'm keeping myself.
But
I'm keeping myself in check.
There's
I'm
one thing about
letting
keeping
you know.
yourself accountable, but then driving yourself crazy with it.
I'm not.
I'm not sure if it's a sliding system like that. I think it's more on how you choose to act day to day, and I don't see you like that. And I know that you're probably worried that.
Not worried.
No,
You're
of course.
to keep me in check.
I am here to keep you in check, but I'm also your friend, and I don't know you that well, but I don't want you to drive yourself crazy with this, because I don't want to see anything bad happen.
I also don't want to see anything bad happen.
So
I'm going to you, so
Okay.
I worry you, and I don't worry Raven.
well, it's working. That's a good way to do it. I just, Mac, that wasn't you. You weren't in control, and if you lose control, I got your back. I got the powers. I've been practicing. I can now make dogs like me more. Like I have the. Now tall. Okay. So I just did my hands are down here now with tall, and but you know just a lot of drool. But like I got you. Like I can now at least restrain you so your friends can talk to you, because there's no way that Raven's not getting through to you.
And you say you can stop me.
I'll do everything in my power.
You're ready.
As ready as I'll ever be.
I throw a punch at him.
Oh my gosh! Alright, roll it.
Why is this your answer to everything with poor Ray?
I do beat my body roll.
You gotta be your attack combat value. So you gotta go under your ACV.
I hit it.
You hit it. Okay. So you hit him. Are you gonna use your power, or do you want to use the deflect?
No.
Okay.
I want to use. I would like to.
Cool.
Use,
Then we're gonna resolve this. So you punch. What's your ACV?
Sucker punch.
It's every time I've
Wait,
time
attack
I've talked to
value?
you.
Yeah.
7.
Every single
7.
time.
You take 7 points of damage.
Okay.
As you get decked in the face by Big Mac.
Almost ready this time.
First time.
Yeah, you fall over, and I think one of the dogs just licks you in the face.
Both of the dogs
Yeah,
lick him
both
in
of
the
them
face.
little bit of blood.
I am still +2 pretty though.
You're attractively
Like
bleeding
I
out of
do.
your nose.
My nose is just a little tiny bit,
Did we
but like
mention that
it's
he's,
still
got an
kind of a hot way.
attractiveness?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
As
I
attractive
am.
as Novella.
Yeah,
Great.
it's pretty great. You punched me in my soft lips and my beautiful nose. Okay. I'm pretty sure. Calm.
I'm your Yoda.
Did Luke have to stop Yoda from killing all of his? Well, I guess kind of.
Yeah.
So
Yoda wasn't gonna kill his friends. But
that we know of. We don't know Yoda's real motives.
True.
Why else would Yoda be on a swamp? I'm just saying. You have to be able to stop me.
Not Okay.
We've already discussed this.
I can't
Raven
stop
won't...
you punching me in the face, though, Matt. Could you please not do that anymore? This is the second time on camera, third time off. Read my fan fiction. Mac.
Oh shit.
I'm just worried. No, sorry. Not worried. That's negative.
No, it's not. It's positive to worry. It's not. You're assigning toxicity to all these things that don't actually have toxicity to them. You're.
There's no sin of worry.
You're getting stronger, though. I'll tell you that.
My punching arm's getting practice.
You get a text.
Oh, hold on. I think she
I
does.
flinch when she reaches for the phone.
I think I do try to help him up with as I'm opening.
At this point, like the store owner is also like opening the door and like
We're fine.
Okay, we're open now. And they
Oh,
just,
thank
like,
God.
Flip the sign.
Need some ice cream for my face.
What does my text say?
It's from Dakota.
Oh,
Your sister.
great.
It says,
I like her.
Mac, hope you're okay after last night, and I'm home now. I got back earlier than I thought.
I think she struggles trying to text with one hand.
Yeah.
As she's like holding the dogs, both of them. 'Cause I get both of them so you can go to the store.
You go
Do you want me
in
to
and buy
take?
ice cream.
Yeah, I'll go and buy
Yeah.
the ice cream and get all the goods.
It's cool, but COL period because I can't spell really on my phone
Yep.
with them. It's cool. Hey, what happened before? We gotta talk about that.
Before what? ... Question mark.
You never told me why you quit.
Oh. ...
Yep.
Yeah, you just see the like typing dots, and then they stop, and then they start again, and that goes on for probably like a uncomfortable minute, and then finally the answer you get is just, I guess we should meet up.
Cool. At beach. Question mark?
Okay, I'll meet you there.
All right. Bring dog bags.
Seriously?
I only have a couple.
You go in the store, you get ice cream for everybody.
Get ice cream.
You get an ice pack.
I get. They have snow cones there, so I was definitely got an ice pack. But I had this idea, and the owner felt bad enough for me for getting punched in the face by a very tall.
You're okay?
No, I'm great. I'm great.
You've got here.
I was-
blood.
Is it? Does it look good though? Like, do I look fine? Do I look like? Does it still look +2 hot or?
I am an adult and you are a teenager. I
I mean, I'm 18, so I'm not. It's objectively speaking. Like, does this work?
I guess if I had to assign a number to you, it'd be a 2.
2. Okay, good,
Yeah.
good.
+2.
But
Yeah.
that's like a good thing. Most people are a 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Thank you so much, adult. So I was wondering, could you just do then? I kind of create this this weird like Machiavellian kind of design. I'm just like kind of drawing things over.
Yeah, you get like 2 scoops of chocolate
Okay, that works.
with like a cherry on it.
I see that there are like a little stand of energy drinks, and I just grab the 5 biggest Red Bulls I can find.
Cool.
And I get a bunch of ice cream or like big snow cone thing, and I bring them for snow cones with Red Bull.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you,
It's a lot of.
Ray comes out of
Yeah,
the store.
I have both dogs.
You have both dogs.
Text is done.
His arms are full. You have finished the texting.
Nice choice.
Oh, thank you. You didn't really give me their order, so I hope they like it. Do you like mint chocolate chip?
Yeah?
Okay, cool, because that's what I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, yeah. Thanks.
You're welcome.
No, got dogs.
Got dogs can't punch.
Got dogs can't punch.
Mac, I mean it. You're going to be all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you walk back in like kind of an awkward silence? A
Yeah.
little
Mac
uncomfortable.
doesn't look at reflections.
Interesting. Okay. They come back. The two of you
We're
kind of wrapped
sitting
up your
under
conversation.
the umbrella quietly, staring at the sea.
There is a tension. More people are arriving. The beach is getting a little bit busier because it's spring break. And it's 11 now, so.
When I see them, I just kind of go over a little quicker. Ice cream! Ice cream! Who wants the ice cream? Ice cream for you. And there's a bunch of energy drinks, and I just kind of throw energy drinks in a giant bowl of, like, ice, like shaved ice, down by you, and I hand you your cones.
Well, that's cool.
Can I have the dogs?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're pretty good off leash at the beach. No one's here.
What happened to
yet.
your face?
Oh, Mac punched me again. But in a good way. A good way. A good way.
In a good way.
Well, not.
What did you do?
I wasn't ready to be punched in the face because
Yes.
I was ordering ice cream.
This is
Wait.
not a
Paladin's gotta be
Randomly
ready.
Punch
No,
someone
not
in the
randomly.
face?
No, because don't.
Are you
no,
feeling
nothing.
evil or
There's nothing to worry about. No, there's nothing to worry about.
you
I have
tell
this.
her?
Did you? Wait, did you not know?
So let's talk about your role on the team.
I like the dogs who were right here, just kind of like, oh, just kinda go off.
like real quiet and just lie
Kinda-
down.
yeah.
Why don't you please tell me how paladins work?
Oh, short answer, I don't know. Long answer,
You're gonna have to try harder than that.
From what I can understand from the Australian Shepherd that appeared in front of me one day when I was 18 years old, just a couple of weeks ago, right? This is a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, probably.
A couple of weeks ago,
Senior
who
seat.
gave me about 5 minutes of exposition.
They talked very fast.
Yeah. I am here as sort of a contingency plan. That's not the right word, because that sounds like I'm going to do something. I'm just here to make sure everything runs as smoothly as possible and make sure no one gets hurt. I can't really do anything and I can't really fight, but what I'm good at is kind of sharing love and good feelings.
You're very good at love. Eating a popsicle. Wait, no. Ice cream cone.
Ice cream cone, yeah.
So tell me about contingencies.
They...
Call.
We're so you know our structure is transparent and flat.
Yes.
So that's how we run our little operation.
My guide or whatever, Olivia, if you wanna call them that, I don't know. She wants me to continue to keep an eye on you, to make sure that what happened to the old Rangers doesn't happen with you.
And what powers do you have to enforce that?
Oh, this, and I just rose petals just kind of fly a little bit.
Not on the ice cream.
Not as much as my, like, I'm not fully transformed or anything,
That's it?
but just like,
That's you throw flowers at us?
well, I can also do this, and I would like to use my love connection at
Yeah.
the dogs.
Yeah, the dogs get very
They're
excited.
just,
They don't.
it's literally just, I lift my hand up and the dogs stand up. Like, normal dogs would do that no matter what.
Yeah.
So it's not really
You're just
proving
doing
anything.
tricks with dogs.
Can I send some love at the seagulls and see what happens?
Why don't you try it on me?
Are you sure that's okay with you?
Did I stutter?
I just double checking. Okay, so,
All right, so you got to roll under your soul value.
I did.
Okay. You feel, Thresh, like a wave of genuine care and emotional support. Like platonic love, I think, in this instance,
Yeah.
because of the emotional feelings that you have, but like that someone truly and meaningfully feels positively towards you. That's a feeling, Thresh.
We
She
feel
would
so
really, no,
supported.
Flash would really love to kill me.
Yeah. That's like, it's like a hug that you actually want.
Are you okay? Is that okay? I'm not.
That's fine.
Okay. Did I do something bad?
So he manipulates our emotions to control what we do?
I told you it was like a buff and a debuff.
You did ask.
I have been playing more video games. The one that I've been playing a lot is it's called Over Something. But there's a lady with a stick that like gives people powers.
You have to know what a stick, for goodness.
No, she's got a stick.
Overwatch and Mercy.
Oh.
I only ever played canonically. I've only ever played Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the only video game
Yeah.
you played.
Okay.
So don't think of it as like a manipulation because I can't really make you do anything with the love. I can just remind you that love exists is what I can get the gist of my power. I tried using it on myself, but when I try to love myself, it gets weird. Did that sound weird? Did that sound weird? I'm so sorry.
Table
God.
that.
I'm really awkward around new people. I get so nervous. I'm so sorry.
You don't look, Ray. You don't have to be awkward or nervous.
A little bit's fine.
I really miss Novella.
So do I.
You don't know her.
I know.
Wait, why do you
What
miss
do you
Novella?
mean you miss her?
I don't miss. I not like in a. The whole group
met?
like to what?
Have you ever even met?
Well, I
She was in freshman year with me. Come on.
so it's that.
You're all in the same homeroom.
We sit in the seats sometimes near, and I sometimes like catch the little
Really
reflection
weird.
of the I see like her the perfect eyes.
Love
and the
upsets
nice
my
and
stomach.
In the distance, you see your sister. She waves.
Wow, she got here fast.
She was in
What?
the car. She arrived in town.
Is that Dakota?
Yeah.
Did you invite literally
didn't invite
everyone
her.
to the beach?
I did invite Dakota. I just thought
Your powers suck.
that maybe we as a team could talk to Dakota about space.
Space.
Who's Dakota?
Dakota's my older sister. The old Ranger Aquarius.
Aquarium.
No.
If you can't pronounce it, how do you expect anybody else to?
No,
Aquarius.
it's aquariums.
No, Aquarius.
She's walking towards you.
Be cool.
Oh my god.
You met her before. She likes you.
Yeah.
Did she like me? I didn't think she
I don't
liked
think you guys met.
me. Oh, that's right. I just know her from. Never mind.
Hey, Dakota.
Sup?
Hey, Dakota is. I think she's actually shorter than Mac.
She
And
is?
she has much. She has more of like a soccer player build, like a little bit more of an even distribution. Because Big Mac's a sprinter, so a lot of hers is leg power.
Big thighs.
Yeah, she's got big thighs. So Dakota is more of like a soccer sort of player build. I think
on
her hair
lacrosse.
is she was on lacrosse. Hair's pulled back in a ponytail as well. She's kind of like Mac, where they look like they're ready to do sports at any time, but she's but also like that college student like yoga yoga leggings and like a tank top sort of vibe. So like a little bit of like a higher fashion and less like she wouldn't wear a Letterman jacket sort of thing.
She's usually wears hers in braids, so it's
Yeah.
a nice like.
Yeah, it's like the nice like fishtail braid. Like she's
Yeah.
got a French braid going on, but like now she's got like the morning hair. Hey, I was just driving home, but I got your message.
Cool. This is my friends.
I
Hey,
think
Ray,
we've met some
Hi.
of them. Hi, Dakota.
Ray.
Veronica.
What?
Right.
I thought you'd want to have a fake name. Thrash.
is my fake name.
Well, I tried.
Thrash.
And you know Raven.
Yeah. Hi.
Hey.
You guys met at holidays.
Also, they're dating.
Yeah.
Yeah, New Year's.
Mhm.
I brought Thrash over.
So what are
My
y'all
name
doing
is
here at
Raven.
the beach? Big Mike, do you want to go?
No, we're all rangers here. It's all cool. Except for him, he's a paladin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have paladins?
Did you
She
have
just
paladins?
gives you this look.
Okay, that look. Let's discuss that.
Yeah, I
look.
would like to also discuss that look. I second that motion. Yes, please.
Oh, when I give that look, it's all Thrash is overreacting.
You
No
always
way.
give that look.
It was a different look. There was more sadness in it. There was more like a loss.
Wonder why? Because what do paladins do? We'll find out.
Next on.
I'll be honest, I wasn't ready to talk to all of you about this. I was barely ready to talk to Mac about this.
Do you want to go on a jog?
What? No, kind of
Yeah,
sounds like we need to hear it.
I'm sorry. I know we just met, but I need to know what this means for me. I don't know what to do, and I want to help.
Let's go for a
them.
jog. And she just turns and starts jogging.
Great. Literally, she ran away. Great.
And I think like
Well,
watch the dogs, and then just
considering
books
she
it.
was ambushed.
I'll try to tell you. I think she runs backwards, like tell you about it later, and like the dogs are there.
Yeah. Mac, I was not ready for that.
No.
Warn me next time.
I'm sorry.
Look what's going on. You've never asked before.
It wasn't important. You just dropped it. Now it's important.
Was never important? Really?
I wanted to do it. You dropped.
You've been so determined to try and do all of this on your own, and it's not a thing you should do on your own.
I have
Mac.
a team.
Do you though?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. But I tried to look it up. I got out a yearbook, tried to figure out what your team used to be. Kind of, even though you told me once when you first discovered you were Quellius and can't really remember.
Yeah.
Who was on the team?
She sort of like slows down a little bit and kind of stops. And you see her, she has a sort of moment, she like looks up at the sky and then looks back at you. There are 4 of us. How many are there of you?
4 plus a paladin.
Same.
Yeah.
Me. There was Ranger Lupus, Ranger Cassiopeia, and Ranger Polaris. And Paladin Protea.
What's that?
It's a different flower. I don't know. They get flowers, we get constellations. I never asked.
Who were they?
They were my friends.
Well, I know your friends.
No, you
Was-
never. Do you remember Eleanor? And Rhiannon? And Luce?
Did they come to your 18th birthday party?
No.
Come to your 17th birthday party.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like the names are maybe kind of familiar
Yeah.
to you, but
I can't pick faces.
probably are like I feel like you're Big Mac and you maybe didn't really care that much.
I cared, but I didn't want to seem like I cared.
Yeah.
So I definitely just stayed in my room. They were just whatever. They were seniors when I was a freshman.
Yeah.
I never got on the lacrosse team. What happened?
Should
I need
tell
to know.
all of you this, shouldn't I?
It would be nice. There's a Red Bull back there.
All right.
I did bring Mom's puppy chow. It's got peanut butter. I know you like. I think that she does like the fake like jab. at the
All right. That one you didn't. Is everything okay, Mac?
Gotta be. We don't have any more sisters to drop this down on.
You're not wrong about that. And she will jog back at that point. Kind of like stops. Did all of you just watch?
Yep.
We didn't go that far.
Yeah.
We probably went to like the pier and back.
With probably varying degrees of pissed off or upsetness.
Ray just kind of went to go sit down under the umbrella in the sand.
And she just sort of like kind of looks at all of you. Ranger Lupus died.
What killed her?
One of Emodio's servants.
Well, I mean, we knew things could kill us. That's not news.
And at that point, one of the other rangers dropped out. She gave her powers back.
Was that gas?
Cassiopeia. Me and Polaris, we stuck it out. With Alexis, Paladin. And then we started to lose Polaris.
Who's how?
Pride.
So what happened to her?
Alexis trapped her in space.
So when you said that one of the rangers who you worked with was in space, what you meant was imprisoned in space.
Is this like the Superman glass panel spinning forever in space kind of space? Like, what does space mean?
I don't know. I'm not up there.
So you also just abandoned her to her fate.
I didn't really have a lot of choice in that situation.
Be
what
cool.
did she become?
I don't know. I think she was still her. I thought she was still her, but Alexis didn't.
There was nothing the paladin can do?
Not at that point, I guess. I might have stopped him.
Stop him.
Stop from helping?
Yeah. Thought he was hurting her. It was
no,
a mess. And I think at that point, as she kind of leans over and just sort of shuts down a little bit, you see a flash of light in the sky. And coming hurtling towards you and the beach
Space monster.
is what you can only envision as a large, glowing structure of some kind, almost like a jagged star or a kind of a lump of crystal, and it hurtles towards the beach. It lands maybe 100 yards away from you. There's sort of like a blast as all of you are thrown back slightly, and there's a blinding light.
I think I'd try to put myself in between.
I grabbed the dogs.
Yeah.
My image!
And that's where we'll take a break.
Okay, thank God. My butt is killing me.
All right.
Someone should slouch.
Yeah, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna stretch our backs. We're gonna have some feelings, and we will return shortly for the second half of Celestial Rangers episode 6.
Yay!
Ha-ha! It's our
that's
faces. Well, it depends if you want to point at me or if you want to point at your camera. Hello! Welcome back! I'm sorry there's no break music. I thought I played break music, but I don't entirely understand all audio setups, so there was no break music. Probably because I didn't unmute it. Oh well.
Oopsie.
Hope you had a refreshing and rejuvenating break. Let us very quickly reintroduce who these wonderful, amazing people are at this table and who they are playing, and then we're gonna dive straight back in because there was a shooting star that struck the ground on the beach, conveniently right where all the Rangers are.
Imagine.
No problems.
No problem. Anime logic. Yeah, start in the opposite direction. Who are you and who are you playing?
Hi, I'm
Oh,
Lizzie.
and your pronouns and your character's pronouns, please.
I am Lizzie the Bold. My character and I both use the same pronouns, she, her. I am covered in glitter.
Oh yeah, you did mention that earlier.
Yeah,
Why are you
no,
covered
but
in
I
glitter?
keep
Who do you
being-
want to call anyone out on
Keep
that?
being covered in glitter. Sarah, wherever you are right now, ma'am, I will tweet at you because goddamn. It's ruining my geek persona, and I am playing geek goth
There we go.
persona.
There's such thing as glitter goth.
There is,
Those are
but
glitter
I am
geeks.
not a glitter goth.
No.
Dare you suggest rape?
Or a pastel goth. All of which are valid forms of gothness because I'm not an elitist goth.
That is not a valid form of goth.
And it's not a valid form of goth. Don't police other people's gothic expressions. Hi, Lizzie the Bold, playing Raven, Celestial Ranger Corvus.
Hi, I'm Jackie Dash. My own pronouns are she, her, and I'm playing Big Mac, who is Ranger Aquilius, jock of the team. Pronouns are also she, her. I don't do it on the brain.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
I feel like for Lizzie, you should do it because Lizzie doesn't get to do this.
Well, I'm Jakidaash.
Made me
Beautiful.
happy. Thank you.
Beautiful.
I'm the Strix, and today I'm playing Thrash, who is Ranger Hydra, and is kept rolling up on a scene of a lot of emotional damage while she was gone looking at colleges. And so this is fun. There's a lot to take care of and clean up. No, with sulfuric acid probably. So just saying.
Yeah, a little line gets rid of a lot of bodies.
Hi, my name is Marcus. You can follow me on Twitter at DrunklyRomantic. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm playing a character named Rose Judith Light, also he, him. He is a paladin of roses.
I thought it was Ray.
Ray Judith Light, sorry.
Okay.
There's a lot of
I need to go
words.
change the
A lot of
overlay.
words in here. Ray Judith Light, the paladin of roses, has a crush on Novella and is very, very nervous to be sitting so close to the little one who's growling a lot.
Just keep feeding.
But I can't tell if it's just the sheer amount of Red Bull she's drank, or I don't know. I've never heard sounds like this, but more power to them.
And I am Random Tuesday. My pronouns are she, her, and I am facilitating this adventure story this evening. And we are unfortunately Christina Horner could not be here to play Novella. So Novella is away on family vacation. Rehab. She's in rehab because Thrash got her hooked.
It's not my fault.
That's good.
Yeah. So there we go. Thank you. The first half, there were feelings, and right at the end of the first half, we re-see the scene. We see Dakota, kind of Big Mac's older sister. She sort of puts her head in her hands and kind of just like runs her hands through her hair, and that sort of sense of like not really knowing what to say. And there's this moment of silence that is sort of interrupted. What I guess would sound like maybe a whistle and then a roar and a sort of cascading loudness of sound and light as some sort of glowing orb-like object with kind of shards and spikes pulling off of it, hurtling towards the beach and crashing into the sand, buffeting all of you back with its force as it sort of lifts up its cloud of sand and ocean spray water as there's a blinding flash of light not 100 meters away from you. Like Dakota kind of flinches for a moment and she sort of looks up, and her as she sort of blinks away, and all of you blink away the sort of spots from your eyes. There's some sort of figure standing in what you can only describe to be the crater of wherever this object landed. And Dakota sort of pauses for a moment, and there's kind of this look of like surprise and maybe shock on her face, followed by something you can't quite identify as she just begins sprinting that distance.
Towards? I think Big Mac looks and then also sprints.
Assess the situation.
Sister's going into damage.
I'll take care of the dogs. And I shuffle the dogs
Put 'em in
back
the car.
to the pier, get them up to like the car, crack the window a little bit,
A lot of
give them
bit.
some chips.
Okay, so you go and disappear off,
Real
take
quick,
care
yeah,
of the dogs.
as quickly as I can.
Away from the beach a little bit. What do Raven and Thrash do?
Is anybody on the beach bleeding?
You look around, and thankfully the beach was relatively quiet. No one looks like they got hurt. There's some people who were definitely thrown to the side and seems kind of like surprised or stunned. A lot of people, like most of the people who were far enough away, are just running away. Like everyone seems to be kind of booking it, clearing the area. But there are some people who look like they might need some help or
Plastic
are
hair in my eye.
from this distance, you can't tell like if they're truly injured or just like they were thrown to the ground and a little stunned and kind of out of it. So you do see some civilians that are not immediately just running away.
Okay. She's my girlfriend. And so
Raven surveys the situation, sees that maybe people could use some help, and runs towards Big Mac.
well, sees that people need some help, and no, she's going to get up, and she starts heading closer to the apex of the situation, while like yelling out, "Yo, maybe run!" and stuff. Like, are you dumb? Run!
Okay. What is Thrash gonna do?
Edward!
Uh-oh, somebody's in trouble.
Okay. You just sort of yell out for Edward. All right, we'll come back to that in a moment, and see whether or not Edward appears. So, Big Mac, as you run after Dakota, you are definitely faster than Raven.
Yes, I'm not
Yes.
faster than Dakota.
Well, that's a question that you're on track, and Dakota's lacrosse.
You're right, but Dakota has sprints,
Okay.
and I think
So Dakota will get there before you.
yeah, because I did the shot put and I did the mile.
Okay, so Dakota's more of the sprinter than you are, all right? So she would kind of have you beat on a 100-meter dash. So she books it across the area and just kind of stops, like a little bit away from this figure. As you get closer, you see closer and closer the ground part of the sand has definitely turned into glass, as if it was very, very hot with whatever came in contact with it. And the figure that Dakota is clearly running up to sort of takes some form. You're able to make them out a little bit more as the spots clear from your eyes and the sort of sand and the saltwater spray sort of settles. And you see someone you would describe as about Dakota's age, kind of early college student age, and she is definitely shorter than Dakota. She's probably relatively average height, kind of like 5'5", somewhere in there. Short, black hair that's kind of pulled back right now in just in like a low ponytail. It almost sort of like wisps on the side. And she is sort of elaborately attired. Like there's this, not quite fur, but something that looks almost like white fur kind of around her shoulders. There's like a flowing short cape that's going out there, but it's this very sort of translucent, sparkling, sort of effervescent material. She's wearing kind of a narrow cut sleeveless dress underneath that sort of skims her hips and has like a longer in the back and shorter in the front, very suit-like knee-high boots. And everything's this kind of white, sort of bright light almost. It's almost a little bit hard to look at. And she's got this sort of tiara, like crown that's like a corona sort of around her head.
She's kind of hot.
Yeah, I mean, if she was on an objective scale of an attractiveness, you'd probably say she was at least a 1 or a 2.
Yeah.
Deceptive Mirror said space Sesshomaru, and actually, yeah.
Yeah.
And she sort of like smiles, and her eyes are this sort of beautiful but kind of terrifying, like yellow gold.
Yeah, okay.
And she.
Okay.
Dash will start walking towards her.
Okay, so you yell Edward, and then you just get up and start walking.
I'm walking slowly, but I'm
walking slowly. Okay. And Dakota sort of stops and just looks at her. And there's just this kind of like surprise on her face. Are you gonna do or say
I think I'm
anything?
gonna step in between me and Dakota. Like I
You
can
do
figure
that,
this
and
out.
like and Dakota pushes you back.
Do we do the thing?
Yeah, you do like the sister thing. She's
It's
and she looks at her. Eleanor? And the young woman, she sort of looks back and she smiles, and her smile spreads just a little bit farther than it should. And the two of them, like, do you actively try and stop Dakota? Because I'll make you roll if you're going to.
I
but
think I just say you're not a ranger anymore, and I just push a little bit harder.
this isn't your business, Mac.
It was when you left the mantle. Go home.
No. And she's gonna push you out of the way.
Can't push me on Big Mac. I'm the biggest of the Macs. What did I have to, why am I rolling?
I don't know why you're rolling. I don't know why you're rolling.
I made my body.
If you made your body, I think it ends up being kind of a stalemate because she just made hers as well.
Dakota's gonna get some help when she tries to push Mac back, because when Raven gets there and she pushes Mac back, Raven grabs Mac and tries to hold her back as well.
What?
Yeah, like Dakota just kind of like pushes you. She's like, "This isn't your," and she grabs you by the arm, kind of pushes back, and you like grab Mac.
onto her.
I think that maybe that's like enough that
What?
Dakota steps far enough away from you.
What are you doing?
And I'm going to use my what is it called?
Your
I'm
magic
going
vision?
to use my I'm going to
Okay.
use my
Roll
my
yourself.
magic vision
Yep.
on Eleanor. I almost
Eleanor?
said Sesshomaru.
Sesshomaru, because I don't know who this is.
Oh my goodness. You're
Shomaru
gonna
from
show-
Inuyasha.
Yeah.
From
His
Inuyasha.
hotter
Yeah.
older brother.
Just
who's
super
actually
long.
better than him.
All this fur. Just be like, hi.
We've been talking about Inuyasha a lot
I
lately.
need to look this
lot.
up.
A lot lately.
I need to
It's
look
like
this up.
you've hit to a T.
So I need to roll under my soul, right? Handily.
Yeah, there is ranger magical energy emanating the crap out of this person, and it's kind of tinged with something underneath.
Like, give me percentages.
Basically 50-50.
Okay. All right. 50-50 evil.
And Dakota steps forward as like the two of you begin sort of conversing, and she's just like, Eleanor, and Eleanor sort of smiles and she's like, I'm back. I missed you. And she looks very directly at Dakota. I missed you too. So are you ready to join me? We can take her on together. Dakota just sort of pauses for a second. And then you see her look back at you, Mac, and she's like, I can't. I'm not a ranger anymore. And then, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have the flirty moment. Eleanor just like puts her hand on Dakota's face and just looks at her, like kind of pulls her face, and she's like, you were always better than her.
Called it.
Get off of me.
Oh, no!
And we see, as the audience, we see a moment where Dakota's eyes flash gold. And they look very intently at each other, just like, you're right. And she looks back at you, Mac.
No!
She holds up her hand.
No!
Aquilius power up!
Oh! Nope! No!
You feel
I
your
feel it.
power getting drained away from you.
Oh my gosh.
And we see,
Ray!
Ray is really far away.
I could have transformed.
You are really far away. You had to take care of the dogs.
The moment she turns around, Raven like screams out, Ray!
I'm having a very quiet moment in the car, like really buckling in the dogs and everything. Oh God, yes.
You just hear someone scream your name. Okay, so we'll pause for a second because there's a whole bunch of things going on. Because you yelled Edward, and you're like, as you're walking slowly, a black cat will materialize next to you as you're walking slowly towards them. So, and I think it takes a moment before Edward just really says anything, and then it's sort of like you called as you're walking towards them. You turn around and yell Ray as Dakota turns around and reaches her hand up. And we see, I think it's almost like this small, because you're Aquilius, right? So we see like this constellation sort of
flash
glow,
across.
and then this form of like a horse materialize and just dive from Big Mac into Dakota. Who then transforms.
You know what's so sad though? They pull off the gladiator look really well.
Oh yeah, she looks like a friggin' Amazon. Like she's got like the gladiator sort of like skirt going on and like a bracer, but then there's also like a cape flowing out to the side, and she's wearing like winged sneakers and like a circlet. And the two of them just kind of look at each other, and so you see glowing golden eyes of Ranger Polaris and Ranger Aquilius. They kind of look at each other and they smile, and then Polaris snaps her fingers. And I'll give each of you a moment to have a reaction before something happens.
Great.
Okay, so what do you do?
I think I am emotionally spent.
Yeah.
Like, I am emotionally spent, and I am angry.
And it's there.
I think I hit I let myself drop. I think you can't hold me up. Let's be
She
real.
wouldn't let go, but she probably wouldn't be able to hold
You go
up.
down together.
Yeah, we would.
You both like drop to your knees in the sand.
I think one fist is in the sand, and it's kind of like where you like grab sand just for something to happen.
Like crushing it between your fingers, and it like scrapes and it hurts and it feels kind of nice.
But Raven has her arms around Mac's shoulders, like as if trying to like pull her up or pull her back, but it's.
So you just yelled for Ray. Ray, what do you do? You're like 200, 300 meters away. And you hear someone scream your name.
I immediately locked the door to the car with the beep beep.
Very important.
And I transform and try to get over there.
Please
as quickly
describe
as
your
possible.
transformation sequence, because this is the first one, and then we'll have the second one.
I would love to.
No, stop it! Copyright strike! I'm putting this on YouTube.
So through the car where the dogs are, rose petals start falling everywhere, and they shoot through the windows, and they burst out the opening compartment of the car where the engine is. I forgot what that's called, the hood of the car. They shoot out everywhere and start swirling around Ray, throwing Ray up into the air. He becomes almost surrounded, like just with these cocoon of rose petals, and then. Sorry, let me just get this. Well, because remember, this is not a part of the costume. This is his item of power, so he has to scramble to get his glasses off while the flowers are going around. He has to figure out where to put the glasses. So you see his arm sticks out of the cocoon of things and kind of hooks it on one of the dog's collars.
Oh, that's gonna not go
And one
well.
of the other dog just starts licking it. He's like, but okay, gotta go.
It's fine. It's fine.
And comes out wearing a full rose pattern tuxedo with a rose gold trim. And some new thorns kind of around the elbow pads, like the elbow
I thought it was
area.
made of rose petals. Or
It was.
Okay, but
It was, but there was a design flaw with that, is that they fall off really easily.
Is that a flaw?
Well, not if you're level two hot. So I would like to use the momentum of the rose petals to throw me at the beach. So rose petals are going to be kind of
you surf in on a bed of roses towards this. So Thrash, you had a moment. You yelled for Edward, and then you kind of saw something going on, and you started walking towards it slowly.
Yep.
So we'll backtrack a little bit, and
fine.
Edward appears behind you before whatever yelling is happening. You called.
So I don't even look at him, 'cause he's beneath my
He's a
gaze.
cat too.
You want to explain what this is?
What is what?
Don't play dumb with me, Furball. You're on short leash. Try again.
I'm not on a leash.
We can fix that for you.
I got you to look at me.
Hate cats.
Looks like whatever magic one of Olivia's paladins was using has worn off. Ranger Polaris is back.
Great, so it's a paladin thing. Can our paladin fix it?
Perhaps. I don't know how far gone she is. That was Hubert's responsibility. I didn't make her.
Still your problem now, so I guess you gotta find solutions, huh?
Well, if she's not too far gone, then we might be able to take her power back.
Where would we put it?
We take it back. We give it to you. We
The
take
royal
it back.
we? The cat we?
We, as in the guardians, the one who give you your ranger abilities.
Yes, the enslavers.
You can give them up at any time you like.
Tried that.
Yes. I never said there were consequences for your choices. You're not required to be rangers, but I think you have what it takes.
Yeah, till we turn into whatever that is, right? And then you probably feed off of that energy too, don't you?
No, Emotia does. She's the one who took over our whole realm.
So we're fighting your civil war for you? Is that what's happening here?
You're the casualties of the war.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, look, you wrangled the paladin and...
Paladins aren't my responsibility.
Whose responsibility are they? Because this
Olivia
one freaking showed up.
Well, you weren't here last week. Where were you?
I was looking at colleges.
Mm-hmm. The paladins are created by Olivia. She's the cautious one. She thought that we needed them.
Clearly there wasn't enough oversight happening elsewhere, was there?
We're a very small rebellion with very few resources, and we've been fighting this war for a very long time. I don't even understand the concept of time, and we're still dealing with it. We're almost immortal beings made of pure emotional energy, and you expect me to deal with teenagers. You're just useful. I'm sorry.
Well, I already knew that's the kind of the game that we were playing here, but in return, you probably want to, like, just give us a little extra here to deal with your mess and clean it up.
Ranger Polaris seemed to have fallen, and the paladin that was protecting her and the rangers at the time before you made a choice to imprison her in space, rather than
do what he was supposed to do and get rid of her?
Draining enough of her power that Hubert could take her power from her.
Mm-hmm.
Stalling her.
Mm-hmm.
it may be too late.
What happens if it's too late? What do we do?
Then they become pride.
And then we do what?
What do you do to all of Emotia's servants?
It always ends in murder. See, I'm not wrong.
Well, you're quite good at it, given Hubert.
Just remember that. All right. Transform time.
And I think that's when you hear, "Hooray!" And you look down, and Edward's gone.
Yeah.
And yeah, what does your transformation look like?
Oh, this transformation is awesome because I got an upgrade recently.
Yeah, you did.
I'm also an e-girl now.
Oh no! Oh, does this change it?
Oh yeah, it
Oh
does.
no! Oh yes.
Do it.
Okay, so Thrash pulls off of her hoodie, and underneath is this like bright pink, like frilly e-girl shirt. And she says, "I am Celestial Ranger Hydra, here to wrap you up." Ooh! And then little ribbons like come out of her fingertips, and they go pff, and then they surround her, and she floats up into the air, and then they turn green, and then they explode again, and there's like all of these like hydras with big anime eyes, like going and they're like, but really cute, like chibi style. And then her suit is like green, but it's like anime green, like chartreuse green. And there used to be code scrolling up and down it, and now it's just ooh faces.
Which, if you don't know, it is you.
Oh, they've done it in chat.
Yeah, it's a good face.
Oh no! Oh.
I hate myself.
Is that your
What you
phrase?
say when you land? Yes. And up next to you, surfing upon a bed of roses,
Whoa.
comes Ray.
I don't know how to control this thing. Whoa! That's awesome. Oh. Yeah, that's
Follow
better.
me on TikTok.
So,
You say to the one person filming.
so what's the plan? What are we doing?
Okay.
Back to the action. You have dropped to your knees. Dakota is standing next to now. Ranger Aquilius is standing next to Ranger Polaris. The two of them are grinning. They hold hands. What do you do, Corvus?
This happened. Dakota, she's your sister. You're hurting her. Can't you see that?
She kind of looks at you. It's not my fault I'm better than her. And I deserve it.
So what are you gonna do? Run off and serve Empress emoji now?
We're going to stop her like you failed to. I think actually Polaris would say that. We're going to stop her like you failed to.
If what you want to do is to stop her, then why can't we work together?
She snaps her fingers.
Damn it.
And there is a flash of light. And the two of them disappear.
Wait, I transformed for nothing?
You surf up. There's a rose coat, there's an uwu hydra. Mac is on the ground on her knees. Mac, you feel, I think you feel rage. Like, you feel full of anger. And there is a part of you that recognizes that you can tap into that kernel of energy. That there is a source there of power that you could take if you wanted to.
I think Big Mac is gonna, like, kind of under breath, but loud enough that Raven can hear. Find her. Go. Transform. I'll catch up.
I'm not gonna leave you here.
Go. I will catch up.
As
Fuck.
you
Fuck!
stand up, does anyone look at the crater?
I will go
Yeah.
and look over at the crater.
There is an unconscious person in the center of the crater.
That's interesting.
I immediately walk over. How unconscious am I? On a scale of 1 to 9.
Hang on.
9 being dead.
Hang on. I shock it with my fingers.
No!
See what happens. I am the electric hydra of Uwu, okay?
Oh my god.
You walk up to it and you see, again, they look to be about 18, 20, somewhere kind of that age. And he is sort of lying there, or at least somewhat unconscious. We'll find out how unconscious when you shock him.
Yeah.
As this zap of electricity hits him. He's wearing what you would picture as something that kind of reminds you of what Ray is wearing, like a suit jacket, but like a longer, sort of more tail-coated suit.
Like Black Butler?
A little bit like a Victorian, so probably Black Butler. He's got a large flower that, if anyone knows anything about horticulture, like it's a cravat, but it's a protea, which is a type of like blossom. Looks a little like a lily. It's kind of like pinkish red color. And he's black, and his like kind of short cropped hair, and he's sort of like lying there. And as you shock him, like
All right, it's alive.
Yeah, we could have checked
that?
like 8 different ways.
Wait,
we got a body over here.
There's
a
somebody-
person.
Eleanor!
Hey, what's your name? Ray. My name's
Hey,
Ray.
whoa, what
you're
are
the
you?
paladin.
What the hell is happening?
Okay,
You
so
should tell
you're
us that.
a paladin, and your charge just ran away with one of our Celestial Rangers' powers, and now they're both bitches, I think.
Eleanor came here. Dakota took my
Slow down!
That was pretty slow. I thought it was clear.
How do we find Eleanor?
Listen. Take a second. Breathe.
And I think there's
Here's
a
Red
moment,
Bull.
and like all of his
he's gonna
transformation
faint.
just completely fades.
Oh, no.
And he is no longer in the paladin form. He's now wearing like just blue jeans and like a t-shirt, and you can see some like oil stains, like car oil stains on it. And he's kind of like, what year is it? How long were we up there?
2016?
It's probably I don't know. We started this show in 2017.
It's probably 2018 because
We had the new
we had
year.
one New Year.
2018.
How was it as long as I thought I could do? You sir. Paladin, Rangers,
Yes.
Yeah.
Big Mac, Mackenzie.
Big Mac is there. Big Mac has stood up. Big Mac's bigger.
Oh, then she was like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Or, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Raven's in front of her. Raven isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alexis.
Yeah, we got that.
Can I give you some healing?
No, I'm just spent. It doesn't work that way.
I don't know. Maybe you can show me how to do things later. We have other things. I know.
Can you stop the terrifying rampage that is about to be unfurled because you could not keep your charge in a little crystal
Listen.
prison?
Stop. Please. Thrash.
What's your name?
Hydra.
Hydra.
I mean, Hydra.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
It's a new thing.
They said that they were going after Empress Emodia. Do you know where they would have gone? Like, we usually have to wait until one of the generals shows up.
They're probably just biding their time, or I don't know.
Or snogging.
Dakota
They're
was
probably
with them?
snogging. Yeah.
Yes. She was here, and they spoke, and there was face touching. So,
Oh.
yeah. And then she took Mac's powers from her, and
What?
Mac is Ranger Aquilius.
Was.
Dakota's Ranger.
Is.
Aquarius.
Was. Is.
Was.
Currently is not.
She turns
Everyone,
around,
please.
and that's when she sees. Okay, by how many degrees? Like, in what sense are you bigger?
Okay, I think Big Mac has grown
Is she a double back now?
4 inches.
What?
I am now 6'4". I always see how tall can Lauren live? 6'4".
I mean, here's the thing, Claudia. Are you giving me a present?
I am giving you a present.
Oh God.
All right, you can be 6'4".
All right. I think she's not smiling. I think there's like her eyebrows actually have extended and they look like a little bit more like scaly.
I
That
think
it just
like, for all of like
extended.
the angles on
Yeah,
her faces,
everything is more
has,
angular.
like, intensified.
Uh-oh. Are we in Buffy? Did we drop into a Buffy episode?
I think Big Mac's clothes was kind of loose before, and they are not now.
Oh yeah, she's like filling them out
Yeah,
more.
filling it out.
It looks good.
Corvus, come here.
Raven.
Corvus, come here.
Okay,
And
no,
I think
Raven.
there's just like there's like an intensity and there's like a redness, and I think Big Mac at that point is like, I gotta find Dakota.
Raven
gonna
turns
find her.
around. Her eyes where she expects Mac's eyes to be, and then lifting.
Okay, if you're gonna be useful, do something now.
What the hell?
Drain her.
Right now.
What?
That means right now.
No!
her.
What? There's nothing to drain.
Drain
She's-
back?
Yes.
I'm gonna get my sister,
What?
and then
No,
books it.
That or I can like
Did
shock
you-
her.
did you actually leave?
Don't
I'm
you
going
dare.
down.
She's running.
Okay, she's
I'm
gone.
going to turn
Yeah.
to run. If you wanted to have an action,
Yeah, if
I
you want to
assume-
do, if either of you want to do anything, like she's turning, she's running, you can try and stop her. What do you do?
I try and
I
stop
put
her.
my hand on her shoulder.
Do you do anything else? Because I don't think just putting your hand on her shoulder is gonna stop her, does it? You feel a hand on your shoulder as you begin to run
No.
away.
There's a slight heat radiating, like a car.
Do your job.
Fail like I did.
I put my hand on you, and I put my hand on you, and I would like to use the love power.
To do what?
Convinced that there's a reason to stay.
Roll your soul.
Yeah,
Oh, I did. Yes.
Be in that mesh.
You roll under.
Won't work.
You feel it.
Yeah. It's really hard to focus on.
Mm-hmm.
Everything I wanted just left.
You also feel it too. I'm not sure why.
Time for flying tackle. From
Getting in the way of that.
Alejandra.
Driving in the way of that. Absolutely just throwing herself in the way of that.
Okay, so we see this scene play out. You put your hands on both of their shoulders. I think Mac like feels it, pauses,
Like,
and
pause.
shrugs it off, and then keeps running. And you're like flying dive electric tackle into Mac, but Raven jumps in the way. And so you flying dive tackle probably into Raven. Do we want to resolve this narratively or with rolls?
I think we should roll.
Okay. So you roll under. Yeah, both of you just roll your attack combat value. Oh, you want to roll under that number or under?
I don't.
I have also failed to roll under that number.
You just fail. Both of you fail.
Both of you do. You dive out of the way. You dive into
It's
the sand.
sand.
And Mac, you
Run on sand
You
all the time. I
run.
just book. I'm fast.
yeah. Roll me your body.
Do I get an increase in body?
Damn it! Not yet.
I do it.
Okay. And Mac gets away. She books it down the beach.
What are
Practically
you good for?
face
My
planted
God, why did
into
you,
the sand.
What were you doing?
And
What is going
Raven
on?
just watches Mac run away.
I think Mac, as she runs, like, I'm gonna fix this, and just goes.
That's what Polaris said.
Okay, everyone but Raven, stop. For real. You're trying to tell us what to do. I'm not gonna.
You asked
I don't
me.
know what to do.
You asked
I
me
don't
what
ha-
to do when I told you, and you
To
failed.
zap her and take everything that makes her happy away from her, I don't feel too good about doing that.
I never said it would feel good, but it's your job.
How's your job going?
Not very well.
Great, thanks for sharing that with me. And you tried to dive tackle your friend?
Yeah, to stop her from wreaking frickin' havoc on the world, which is what anyone responsible would do.
She doesn't have any powers anymore.
She's going to get hurt.
Like a frickin' Bigfoot!
She's turning into wrath.
What?
Can you tell?
No, you're wrong. They took away her powers. Like, what is there to turn into?
How can I
You're
tell?
no,
You feel it.
no, you're wrong.
That's what Dakota said. And you saw Polaris. Presumably. I don't actually know. I was somewhat unconscious when I landed.
So
Dakota got in the way of me doing what I was supposed to do to Polaris. So
Which was what,
I
exactly?
lock yourself in a space
No.
shuttle and drain
Drain
them
her
for
of-
the rest of your life?
drain her power so that Hubert could take it away. Where is Hubert?
Hey.
Hubert got,
Hubert
from my
retired.
notes, yeah, retired with exploded. Yeah, no, it definitely did say very exploded, super dead.
You killed Hubert.
We don't like being controlled.
Then give up your power. That's what Cassiopeia did.
That was our way of giving up our power.
Killing him.
Yeah, turns out it didn't work, but it was a really good idea.
And you're still Rangers?
We were forced into taking on powers again, or we were all gonna die. So, you know,
You keep saying we. There was no we. You made a decision. You're the one who did that.
yeah, and if I hadn't...
And you don't get to make decisions for all of us. And Raven stands up and turns and runs after
Great.
the direction
Great.
Mackenzie went.
Great.
I would like, since I'm still in my form, I would like to give her a boost to make her run faster.
All right. Yeah.
I'm
for
not
that
in
one,
ranger form. I'm just...
You just need
Yep.
to spend the EP, and you feel energized. Are you doing the lucky one so she can roll 4 dice?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll your body, but roll 4
What?
dice and
Oh my
take
God.
the 2 lowest.
Can I borrow 2 of your die?
Anything you'd like.
Thank you. Okay.
You get
the ones that
Yeah.
don't
get
have
no-
funky.
As you feel invigorated.
Wait, what am I trying to roll?
You're trying to roll
Vigorous.
under your body, but you can
With
take,
4 die?
roll the lowest. You
Okay.
take the 2 lowest. No, yeah, this is
What?
And I still managed to fail.
wow. All right. Mackenzie will get there first, but eventually
It's okay.
you will get.
That's the way
Somewhere.
it probably should be.
Still getting the hang of my buffs. Sorry.
It's okay.
There was some of my buff got on like a little crab that was walking by and it just got a bigger shell.
This crab's moving really, really fast.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Your job, our job, is to drain enough of their power if it goes too far, so that their guardian can take their power away from them before they cross the line and Emodia has control.
How was her sister able to take her power from her like that?
What?
Actually, it wasn't her sister that did it. It was the other one.
Polaris?
Yeah.
Pride. She must have empowered her in some way, let her pull it out of Mackenzie. I don't even know who has it or if that's possible. Maybe it's just a power-up facsimile of the power and Mackenzie hasn't really lost it. That's out of my pay grade. I don't entirely know how that part works.
I don't
That's
have.
your job. Dakota stopped me from doing that to Eleanor. And
How do I do
panicked.
my job? How do I do this?
So I put us both in space.
Okay.
I never said it was a good choice, but it was the only one I had at the time. I'd run out of other options. So,
Are you gonna help us?
yeah, I'm here.
Then let's go do something.
Okay, I'm gonna need a snack and probably a nap before I can...
Okay, but my friend is chasing my other friend who's turning evil, like, right now.
and Eleanor and
Also,
Dakota
there are
still
two
out
very
there.
lovely lesbians who are probably up to no good at this moment.
There's also a truck up on the like a little bit above the shore by the sidewalk. There are 2 dogs in it. There's some snacks in there. You can get some snacks in there and rest up if you want.
You probably have the keys if you unlocked it.
Oh, yeah, here you go.
Why are you giving me the keys to your car?
To get snacks, and it's not my car. And then I zoom away on a bed of roses.
Y'all are kind of dysfunctional, are you?
No one listens to me.
The last group of rangers started out really great.
Well, we're still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Also, our paladin seems really useless doing his job.
I'm looking to retire.
Okay, I'm just checking because
Yeah.
if that was his first, on the job.
No,
like-
were you a great ranger when you started?
Yeah, actually, I blow shit up really hard. Ooh.
Scene.
The little buttons. Okay. All right. There's a lot of stuff going on. You ran off. You're hanging out with Alexis. You ran off. You're chasing after Mackenzie, and Polaris and Aquilius are somewhere being lesbians, probably. I'm gonna be real. I hadn't planned on that because I didn't necessarily want the gay tragedy, and then you were all like, I ship it, and I was like, all right, well. So much for subtext. Let's just bring that one out.
You can have tragedy when you're not the only ones.
Yeah.
There's two gay tragic stories
true.
going on.
We're not tragic!
Yet. All right, Mackenzie.
Also, nobody loves me.
Mackenzie, where do you go?
We're just going through a lot of stuff right now. We're teenagers.
I think Mackenzie runs. And, like,
Okay.
it's one of those kind of runs where you're like, I need to move this energy somewhere. There's a lot of energy going on. It's like, a lot of people call anger hot. In this case, anger isn't hot. It's like 5,000 bouncy balls are bouncing inside Mackenzie at this, and they're telling her to run. They're telling her to find. They're telling her to catch. They're telling her to get back what was taken. It is this revengeful wrath.
Yeah.
And not even at Dakota. It's
It's like kind of unplaced. It's sort of at the world.
and then there's like this little like the space feels the more Mackenzie runs, these balls lose energy, and the space feels vacant and open, and it's still there, and they can be shaken up really easily, but there's no direction. So the balls lose bounce.
Kind of
So-
settle.
Yeah, so the sprint becomes a jog, becomes a walk. Like a one lane road that will take us back to the city. It's a small hill, and she's walking up it. Still large, still in charge.
Does she shrink back a little bit?
I think it's more the stance shrinks a little bit.
Okay.
She's like, where do I go?
I think at some point you...
Raven does not make it that far.
Okay.
Raven absolutely does not make it that far. Raven, like, she can't catch up. She's not on track. In fact, she kind of avoids running at all times, whenever possible. Not great when you're in heels or platforms. And is not, because she hasn't changed, she's not physically equipped to follow all that. And only really makes it as far as the parking lot. Before running through sand is also super hard.
It is. It is.
And only really makes it as far as the parking lot before she just breaks down on one of those concrete stoop divider things. Just sits down and just sobs.
We approach gently
There's
from
I
behind.
am on a
So I
bed
think Ray gets there first.
Yeah,
and
I am on
you and
a
Alexis.
surf bed of roses that fly right past you, kind of ruining your vibe a little bit, getting all over the place. And I just zoom past and I have to kind of like slowly reverse because I'm learning how to move backwards. I'm pulling back and I just...
Awkward backwards roller skating.
Yeah. Do you want to ride? Do you want a hug? I hop off the pedals and dust some off of my shoe. Can I give you a hug?
What am I doing? I can't do anything. I can't save her, can't bring her back. I can't even follow her. I'm such a fucking...
Raven, we're gonna get her back.
Hi.
I was so mean to you. I'm so sorry.
We're gonna find her in one piece. For real.
She's not broken. She's not lost. She's not gone. She's
Smears
here.
of
Yeah,
black makeup, or do you
smears
wear-
of like
okay.
black makeup running down her cheeks. Very tragic.
Also, if you have that kind of complex about having a sister, you'd run too. It's
I
not
don't
about
have
you.
siblings.
Yeah, I'm aware. So, like, she's going through things,
I was just trying to...
so it's cool. Like, that's not your bag to hold.
I'm sorry I didn't do anything.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
I could have.
It was your first time. It's okay.
Wait, that was your first time?
I've never actually taken power from anyone. I've only given... I can give as long as it... I can give away everything that I have, but I don't know how to take it.
Ah.
See, it's really nice.
Also, not as dangerous as I thought yet.
I'm sorry.
So pretty, you're dangerous.
I mean, let's be honest, I'm probably the most dangerous one here right now because Big Mac is gone. But we should find her.
You're super dangerous.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm not going to let anything happen to her.
Hey, wait. I carry eyeliner now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Who's got the keys to the car?
Alexis just
quiet.
holds them up and he's just sort of watching you like, I don't know why I have keys to not my car. I guess, was this like Dakota's old car?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no, this is Dakota's old car.
Yep.
Yeah.
Your love for her
Okay.
will bring her back.
I think he's just standing there and he's sort of looking at the car
I don't really believe that.
and then looks at you.
No, you didn't.
He looks just the good.
Oh, okay.
Very reassured. But very sad.
Just sort of stares at the car.
Can we get a move on?
Hands you the keys.
Are we just gonna be around weird emotional minefields for the entire time that you're on this planet again?
I'm sorry, I was in space for several years, and before that, my best friend became evil, and before that, one of my other best friends died.
Wait,
So
you were best friends with the Rangers, even though you were like their manipulator and stuff?
I don't manipulate them.
What?
What do you call power draining? Emotional tingling things.
Helping.
Okay. Helping.
Part of my job I didn't like.
Yeah. Get that. So we should go.
I will drive, I guess.
I don't know how.
Oh, okay. Come on.
All right, this car's all manual, and he just like
God.
takes the keys and gets in and puts it in. He's like, "Do you even know how to drive stick?"
No. Why would I know how to drive stick? I live in America.
It's a useful skill, and puts it in gear. You all pile into the car with
Yeah.
the dogs. Where are we going?
Where would Big Mac go? You know best.
McDonald's.
I don't,
The pie place.
Oh.
if she's looking for her sister, I don't know. If she's just going, maybe the track. Maybe, oh, there's like a place. We've been there a couple times.
To make out.
No.
Finally got you to smile though. Let's go.
Gets in. Where's the place?
So I think
Congratulations, Lizzie just endowed you.
I think as you guys drive to the place, you see like a stop sign has been kicked over.
Oh, God.
Like it's one of those things. As soon as something and just like push it over or like kick it, like as if, and that seems to be like pushing that momentum.
Okay.
And so eventually you get to the back end of the school. They don't really close off their parking lots, which they definitely should in the spring break. And you see that there's like a kicked over, like it's not.
It's like a trash can on that side.
Yeah.
Following the path of destruction.
Okay, so Raven, like you need to be prepared for radical action. You need to get it in your head. Okay.
You mean radical?
We're not killing
I
anyone.
didn't say killing when I
Yeah,
mean
but
killing.
we know
I
what
say
you
killing.
we know what you mean. I barely know you, and I know what you mean.
No, actually, you don't, because you would
I
know,
don't know
like
what
Raven
you
does,
mean.
that radical action does not mean murder. Because if I meant murder, I would just say murder.
She would just say murder. What is radical action right now?
Possibly violence. She's destroying shit like a boulder.
It's inanimate shit.
What if it's your face? I'm just saying, be prepared. Be mentally prepared.
I hear you.
Yes, great, thank you. Okay, continue on.
Eventually you see that there's a.
You didn't stop the car while you were doing all of this.
You know how they have those one doors and fences that have that weird horseshoe shape?
Oh, yeah.
That's just been kicked in, like. And there is one very large tree that is next to the track.
It's the makeout tree.
It's the tree that they first met, really, because it was near the gymnasium
Oh,
where
was it
one
that
of them
time
had
I
to
used to
miss.
called you out?
you.
Yes, and called you a ranger. Way back in episode 1.
And I think that, like, bleachers have been kicked on the way. I think there's just, like, in the shade. Somehow it's a little bit darker because the clouds came out. Mackenzie is just, like, in a, like, hunched up ball in the nook and cranny of that tree.
So I think you walked up to this point because, like, parked in the parking lot. Because I'm not going to drive the car in the field. There's maybe a small argument of, like, no, I'm not going to drive this truck onto the... I'm parking here. You get out and...
Do you want to go in alone?
Let me talk to her first.
All right.
Look. And she looks right at Ray. I know neither one of us want to do anything to hurt her or anything. But if she does get violent, or Mac would never do those things. And if she does them, then it's something not Mac. And she would want to be stopped. So we just take her down as gently as we can. But quickly. Okay?
You have my word.
Okay. I'm going in. Okay. And she tries to like wipe under her eyes. She did totally reapply a little bit of eyeliner in the truck. She's trying not to look
Wiggle from without over a bump.
Yeah. Trying not to look totally distraught and wrecked. Hoping maybe that will facilitate something. And she walks ahead of the group towards where Mac has curled herself up. Hey, Mac.
I think Mac, like, kicks her feet out and, like, digs two, like, her shoes were her power. Mm-hmm. So her heels dig into the dirt and they bring up dirt. And you can tell they're a little bit longer and, like, much like the wolf in American Teenage Werewolf London, that great movie.
Big Wolf on Campus.
Thank you.
The TV show movie.
Yes,
The
very
great
good.
TV show.
Great TV show. Recommend. Little claws pick out the top of her socks. And Big Mac, go away.
I really can't do that, babe. So, I see you've hit a growth spurt. That's kind of weird. And she just continues to, like, slowly approach.
I think there's a certain point where you can hear, like, a slow building growl if you get too close.
So she'll stop, like, a couple feet away. So, rough day, huh?
I think at this point you look up and it's surprisingly there's like no tears. It's just like very pointedly, very directed. Everything that I was is gone. The only reason I had friends is gone. The only reason I was a person is gone. We'll get it back.
Okay, I'm gonna say something, and it's maybe not the best timing, or maybe not the smartest thing to say. But do you know how fucking insulting that is to me? For you to say, okay, granted, we probably never would have spoken to each other if we weren't both Rangers. Totally. But to act like you're nothing because you're not that for however long or short a time that you're not that. Like, do you think I like you because you're Ranger Aquilius? Do you think you think that I love you because you're a celestial ranger and you can turn into this cool thing and beat things up? Like, no, dumbass. I like Mackenzie. I like the girl who dresses in, like, really shitty sneakers along with her, like, formal wear because you've got to be fucking comfortable all the time, and who has, like, just enough sense of fashion to be, like, really fucking sexy without being, like, pretentious, and who talks to me like I'm a person and listens to the things that I have to say and sees beyond all of this, like, bullshit makeup and fashion, and just holds my hand in movie theaters and buys me popcorn when I say that, oh no, you know, I kind of, like, maybe sort of don't want popcorn because it's a stupid thing that I do, and you know that I like popcorn.
Just don't like popcorn because your dad never bought you popcorn. But you do like it. Fuck your dad!
You could be like, you could never have been Ranger Aquilius. You could never be Ranger Aquilius again, and I would still be here and still be with you. And you would still be the coolest person I know. And just this amazing, caring, wonderful person that I want to be with. So, stop this bullshit of thinking that you're nothing just because you're not that. You're still everything to me. And she holds out a hand.
I think it's quiet for a while. I think there's the pause. I think you hear dumb birds in the distance. I think you hear possibly car honks because the stop sign that was there isn't there anymore. So you might hear an accident.
Work.
Your dumb dogs. They're very good. And then Mackenzie stands up. She walks over and she gives April a hug. Sorry, Raven.
I'll forgive you.
Yeah.
Raven kills you.
You dare call me April.
Didn't see that coming.
Mackenzie's still very large.
Raven wraps her arms around her too big girlfriend. Squeezes. Can we just do this together? Because I really don't think I can do this without you.
Can't punch hard anymore. I mean,
I don't know. You're like 4 inches taller, so I think we could explore that. But, you know, I think maybe also you need to, like, take a breath. And it's cool if you're not 4 inches taller.
I think there's like some heavy sighs and you actually feel like...
Yeah, like with each breath.
It's a little bit smaller. The heat of her breath gets not as boiling hot anymore. Clothes don't fit anymore because they've been stretched out. But
like a couple of ripped seams. And that knot, it slowly untwists itself. I mean, there's always feelings inside all of us, so, like, it's not gone, but it untwists from being this sort of maliciousness to something that you're more used to, something that you have some semblance of control over despite being a teenager.
The bouncy balls that you used to shake up now have little rolls in the cups, so they shake up and they still have energy, but they're a little bit more contained. Promise I'd never hurt you. I'm sorry. I broke that.
Mac, it's a stupid promise.
But
I know that you'll always try. And I know that if you did, that it wouldn't be because you wanted to, and it wouldn't be like.
It might come back.
Then we'll deal with it then.
But if it gets really bad.
If it gets really bad, we're gonna smack you down.
Okay. I mean,
Just so we're clear.
you can try.
But I know that that's what you would want.
Yeah. Yeah. You could take me to space.
I'm not taking you to space. Like,
Well, you could take me to space. That would be fun.
I mean, yeah, we can talk about
Zero G.
we can talk about that later.
I can drive the car. I can take you where you need to go.
Let's just take it one step at a time. Go back to the group. And we'll find your sister.
I think I know where she's gonna be.
That would be helpful.
I think they walk back.
Okay. Yeah. So you walk back to the car. The two of you, super normal, plain clothes. There is a young man also plain clothes, like t-shirt, jeans, and then there is a green power suit, sort of moving snake hydra heads. A small child, a small girl there, and then a rose-suited, clad, much taller individual next to her.
Oh, I don't think we need to do this anymore.
How do I turn it off? I know how to make it go on, but usually I just fall asleep like this and then I wake up in my normal clothes. Is there, like...
You just, the same, it's like flipping a switch.
Try taking the mask off.
What?
Oh.
You could also just say your this is the activation phrase when there's the opposite.
Just do I have to say it in reverse?
Instead of power up, it's power off.
Okay. So just say power off.
Whatever, your rose.
What?
Oh, let me try. Clap on.
I don't think it's gonna work.
Clap off.
It just... just in, like, my beach clothes again? Oh.
There you go.
That shouldn't have worked.
Cool.
You
So
alright?
you're cool. We're cool.
For now.
Just tingly.
Yeah, for now.
We're cool.
I can't transform. Well, I can, but I'll be bigger, and I don't think you want that.
I don't think you want that either.
I ran my fastest mile up that hill.
That's awesome, babe.
Thanks.
So about your sister.
Yeah. You know, I thought they were really close.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we'll discuss your sister's past relationships later. More about, like, where you think she might have gone.
Oh,
To, take over the world and stuff.
Alexis has a mansion.
You don't get to say anything.
have a mansion?
Yeah, she does. She's from the...
Okay, one, you're getting people's names confused. Alexis is standing
You're right.
next to you.
Okay.
You have a mansion?
Eleanor, the Matsuno family, I don't think they have a mansion.
Are you sure they're not the Masuno family of Oceanwood?
Sure. They can be the Matsuno family of Oceanwood. They have a large house.
They have a
on
large
hill.
house.
Sure.
Does it have
I
a-
mean, it's like
Yeah,
normal size.
when you think about it, like, you remember there was a mysterious disappearance a few years ago of Alexis and Eleanor, like, two kids from the high school just sort of disappeared.
Oh, yeah, we
They
thought
were
ran away
runaways.
together or
Yes.
something.
They were listed as, like, runaways, and their parents just sort of kind of think they might be dead. And turns out they ran away to space. But as that moment, you're like, oh, I think I know where they would be. You see this, like, shooting, it's of sort of energy into the air. It's not light because I guess it's the inverse of that. It's like a black hole almost. Like something is getting sucked into it. And there's just sort of this beam as you're like, yeah, the mansion, as you look over in the hill with this mansion atop of it.
Oh, look.
And a
clue.
shooting beam of light or negative energy is being blessed into the sky.
Probably there.
It's
Yeah.
subtle, but I think you might be right.
Alexis tosses you the keys to the car.
Oh no, you're coming.
Yeah, but it's her car.
I'm gonna drive.
But didn't you just your adrenaline crashing right now, right? So you're shaky
Can
and
you
stuff.
fit in the front seat?
I mean, have I grown?
Everybody pile in.
I get in the back with the dogs.
Yeah, they
in,
like it.
in the bed. Like Alexis will kind of look at you and then like look at Mackenzie. Really?
Really, what?
Are you drained?
Me?
You help her up.
How do I do that?
Just give her energy.
Big hug.
Yeah, she pulls you into a hug, and like there's a moment where you lose some of your own, but Mackenzie, you feel a little bit tired. We'll just say this is narrative because you weren't actually.
I wasn't
need any.
actually hurt.
And like the knot sort of loosens itself even more.
I understand what you mean now.
Good.
It's not about the little stuff. It's about wanting to punch your sister.
Why are we whispering?
It was supposed to be a sensitive moment.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry I didn't stop you, but I'm glad that you didn't, because I think you learn more this way.
Yeah.
Next
Probably. Next time. And I think she takes his fist and just like puts it right here.
Deal. And goes to the back and just sits in there with the dogs and just kind of quietly pets them.
As she climbs into the cab, Raven says, I think we should drop the dogs off at the house on the way.
That's a great idea. I'm really worried about them. Boja, 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 boja.
Thrash, can you give me directions?
Yeah.
Can you hack into their security system?
Whose security
To your
system?
house?
The Matsunos, who we have now established are the Matsunos.
If their security
I'm
system
sorry
is
if I messed things
online, maybe, but if it's, dedicated to ground wires, I'm not going to be able to do much. Oh, but I could totally tap into a satellite to at least get the layouts with the ground cover. Okay, I just sent schematics to your phone.
Great.
So,
I'm driving.
I didn't get a chance to tell you guys this while everything was going down, but I read what's her name? Eleanor's aura while she was still there with Dakota, and it's not all negative energy. It's half negative energy. So maybe we can bring her back from this.
Do we know how to do that?
Eyes on the paladins.
You're in the back of the truck, and Alexis thumps on the back of it.
Yes. Sorry, it's loud out here. What?
Hi.
Hey.
So Eleanor's energy, it was only 50%-ish evil. Maybe we can make that 0%.
Yeah. I can, if we can get...
And 100%
Alexis.
good, to be clarifying.
Is there a way I can use my ability to control love to remind them? Do I have to actually zap their energy, or can Mac maybe get through to her sister?
Matt can get through to her sister, and Dakota can probably get through to Eleanor. But not as she is right now. We're gonna have to pull her back a little bit.
Okay. I'll do it. I'll figure it out. I'll make it work. I'm not going to mess up again. I'm sorry. I'm not going to mess up again. I'm not going to space.
Well, you
I
can
recommend it.
you can siphon our energy. So can you siphon specific kinds of energy? Can we find out?
Only siphon ranger energy, because you don't have control over Negarealm energy.
But the energy was taken from a ranger.
Then maybe getting real close,
We're just
climbing over
trying.
the people in the back. Maybe
Seatbelts.
we could give Eleanor or whoever or Dakota some ranger energy, and then they've got more ranger energy than evil energy.
we can-
Are you insane? Are you insane?
We might be able to manipulate it.
well,
Actually, use the thing that you are thinking that I'm trying.
He might be right. It could work.
I mean, my sister doesn't do things halfway. If they're going to the mansion, there's gonna be a lot of love there.
Okay, to be fair, like, I don't understand any of this love stuff or how that processing shit works, so it's
Love.
up to you.
Love blast.
I think you
It's
just
okay.
make Thrash feel uncomfortable.
it's okay. It's okay. Takes her hand. It's okay.
This is really
It'll pass soon.
like Alexis. I think like don't just throw feelings at people.
Yeah, see, this is the shit that I was talking
Then
about.
teach me how to use my powers. I don't know. You're saying do this, do that. I have no idea. I was dropped in this world literally a week ago, and I have no idea. I barely even know these people, and I want to die for them. What is that? What does this mean? I don't know. I'm sorry. Sorry, dogs. I'm sorry, dogs.
What?
I think I'm just taking the dogs in the house now.
Yeah, like we stop and we're outside of the
I'm so
truck now.
confused.
He like takes you and he just sort of puts his hand on your shoulder, and he starts like, and he kind of.
We're gonna take the dogs inside.
No, Mom,
well,
do
the-
not microwave that meal. We're not gonna be here that long.
Oh, honey, you're back.
No, Mom.
Dakota's in town. Did you hear?
Yup.
Ray, Alexis kind of sits next to you in the bed of the truck as they're like taking the dogs in. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just gotta figure it out. If I can control the power, if I can give them the power, I might be able to control my own power.
Ray, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You didn't do anything. I'm the one who messed up.
I know.
I should know how to do this.
No, you
I should.
shouldn't. You should.
I should feel it.
Olivia is the worst.
Was I too hard on him?
Are we watching from the kitchen?
Yeah. Oh, you're just like. Olivia is the worst. She did the same thing to me. I'm guessing she did to you. Like 5 minutes of super fast dog exposition and then go.
Yeah.
I just met the Rangers before everything crisised out. But they killed Hubert. That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, that didn't sound too good. And I don't know if I'm supposed... Olivia's telling me to not get too attached.
It's because they're not human. They're not people. They're extra-dimensional beings that have no concept of who we are and what we are.
Why are they using us?
Because we're energy for them. We're energy for Empress Amodia. We're a source of power, and they don't want Amodia to have it, and it's not a particularly good thing if she does, so it's not a great relationship, but it is mutually beneficial.
We don't get destroyed and they get the power.
No, they stop getting the power. Amodia wants to take over our world, to drain us of energy. I guess there was some sort of rebellion or coup, destroyed their realm. They are trying to protect us. It's just, they also want us to take down the evil tyrant that destroyed their realm, so that they stop having to try and protect us and we stop getting destroyed.
Well,
Like I
how
said,
would they
it's
help
a
us?
mess. Because they don't understand. As far as they're concerned, it's been like 3 days since this uprising, and I think it's been like 5,000 years.
I'm gonna do better.
You're,
I'm gonna learn.
you're doing great. I messed up a lot. I couldn't help Lupus in time. I couldn't help Eleanor. I lost 2 Rangers. And it's a stupid and messed up relationship that we have with them.
How do you make them trust you? Earlier,
You don't throw feelings at them to start with.
it's the only thing I know how to do.
It's because being a paladin is about taking what you're already good at and making you kind of better at it. That's why Olivia picked you. You're probably pretty emotional, and I expressive and supportive. So you ask people what they need.
What if... Do you think that plan will really work, though? If we can give Ranger energy... I know that's dangerous. It sounds crazy, but...
It could backfire horribly, in which we empower them when they're super, super evil, and then they tip over the edge, and they're even stronger than they were, and we're weaker than we were. But it could flood their system with enough to disrupt whatever hold Amudia has on them, so that someone can get through to them.
I think Matt can do it. I think Matt can get through to her sister. I believe it. Mac's good people, and I saw the worst. I'd like to imagine maybe the worst. There could be a reservoir deep in there that I don't know, but I saw the worst, and I still gave every bit of my energy to support. I believe this team has a lot of love, and I think it's there. And I don't know what to do with it, but I'm going to start by asking how I can help. Thank you.
You're going to do great.
Thank you.
And he puts a hand on your shoulder, and you feel a sense of courage.
Ooh, that's nice. What is that?
I'm less in the love, more in the courage.
Okay. Okay, I like this. This is good. This is great. Yeah!
All right, Jason.
Hey, everybody!
No, Mom! Mom, we only need one casserole. Stop!
As Mac is dealing with her mother, though, like very briefly, when Thrash is like, oh, was I like too hard on her or something? Raven says to her, when we started, we had each other, even though we didn't really like each other very much at the beginning. He hasn't got anybody, and the people that he does kind of have, he's like adversarial.
Okay. 1 second. Ray, come here.
Huh?
Come here.
Yeah, what's up?
Take out your phone's QR reader.
Oh, is it in the settings?
Just open it.
Okay. Oh, wrong one. Sorry about that. This.
Okay, take a picture of this. Okay, that's a Bitcoin wallet. Raven, translate, please.
Oh, welcome to the gang.
Here, bottle of water for you. Like, Mom, we're good. Mom, thank you for
All right, well, here's also...
Thanks. I love your casserole with extra protein powder. Mm-hmm. We gotta go. We don't.
Why are you in such a hurry? Dakota's on her way home.
No, we're gonna go get her.
Raven,
we're gonna pick up.
We're gonna pick her up.
Thrash
Please, just translate.
doesn't quite make contact.
Please, just translate.
Bitcoins. Bitcoin wallet. It's like money, except virtual.
Did you just give me money?
It means hi.
Oh.
It means she owns you physically, or digitally, and
No,
now you're part
hand
of us.
over mouth. It was nice. Say thank you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're still totally in Ranger form.
Oh, yeah.
I think your mom was like, I like your outfit.
Cosplay, Mom, cosplay.
Yeah, it's EL wire.
Cool. That sounds like a good thing the kids are doing these days.
Follow her on TikTok.
I'll tell you later.
Clock?
It's like, go.
Okay, you all pile into the van. I think instead of being in the bed, you all just like awkwardly huddle in the back seat that doesn't quite fit everybody.
Mom gave a pass out there's a casserole and a
this
Pyrex.
like torrent of darkness is still like driving into the sky.
No one else can see it except for us.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll say right now only the Rangers know that it exists.
No one else can see the Sega realm.
So close. So close.
Drive.
Again, bad notes.
Now we're... I drive as soon as everyone's got their seatbelts.
You drive.
Those coins have been washed, so you should be good.
That's pretty good. Was there blood on them, or?
No, wash means that they can't be tracked, so you can buy shit.
Cool. How do I use it? Do I hold my app up to the cash register?
Put a spoonful of casserole in my mouth.
Feeding her casserole.
We'll talk about that later.
And you drive up this hill. And as I think I started. If I get a copyright straight out of this, I'm gonna have to like mute tiny sections of the audio.
I believe it's 6. I believe it's 8 bars.
Who knows? It's YouTube.
Yeah, you're
Who
gonna be
knows?
fine.
So as you approach, like there's also this sense, it's the cliche moment, right? There's the torrent of darkness into the sky, and the sky is like darkening and sort of swirling. And again, only you can see this. It's not clouds. It's just almost as if the light from the sun is being pulled in, and it is sort of disappearing somewhere. As you get closer and closer, the gate opens automatically for you to the Matsuno house. You pull up in the driveway, and you sort of look into the large gardens, because I guess that's what they have. And you see Ranger Polaris and Ranger Aquilius standing there. There's almost a more of a gold radiance to them, as the white from Polaris's outfit has sort of changed into more of a gold. It's sort of growing in darker, as if it's pulling in light as opposed to letting it out. I think Aquilius looks similar to Mac, but remember Mac's is like a little bit of a mess. And so Aquilius is much more put together, and it looks like it suits her more, but it also is sort of edged in this sort of golden light. And you see them standing there holding hands in front of what you can now see is a torrent of darkness, a tear almost in reality.
Well, that should be easy to fix.
We'll worry about that later.
So we understand our game plan. We're going to give them extra energy to do more of this shit in the hopes that it turns them good.
I think first we're gonna try and talk to Dakota.
I'll talk. I'll go by myself, I guess.
No, you should bring the love.
I'm gonna come with you.
All right, cool.
I got your back.
Why
Remember?
do people keep saying that? I want you to have my front.
You
Wow.
can see your front.
Valid observation.
All right.
I want you to take the hits for it.
No, I just see it there because you can see the front. That's you want a meat shield, is what you want.
I didn't.
Were
say
you just
that.
suggesting me for a meat shield?
No, we're going.
And we're exiting the vehicle.
You exit the vehicle.
I did not.
Okay, so just the two of you are going forward
Yes.
then? So Hydra and Corvus, do you transform, or are you going to stay as Raven?
Transform, damn it.
I'm gonna listen to Hydra.
As we're walking
As
close,
the two of you are walking
we just
closer.
hear like,
Yeah, behind you, you hear.
like,
Please describe.
Yes.
we're in. Hold on.
Yes. Queen.
Thank you. So Ranger Corvus transforms with the power of the ring thing that I still haven't found because I moved a year ago, and
That's how long the show is.
oh, thank you. Ribbons of dark purple energy, royal purple energy, surge towards her and encase her in this cocoon, and there's a silhouette,
Just the sound of
poses,
feathers.
and yes. And outside of the cocoon, black feathers swirl around and condense in around the cocoon and then burst forth. And Ranger Corvus has dark black pauldrons with little bits of feathers, black raven feathers sticking out. Her fitted bodice looks a little bit armor-like, with a purple jewel in the center. Her skirts have feather adornments as the topmost layer, and then, frilly, gothy-looking layer crinoline things at the bottom. Short skirts because we are rangers. And then black tights and cool boots.
It's gothic. It's feathery.
Chunky boots with a bunch of straps.
Ooh, and buckles!
Yes, buckles.
So I know
many
like
levels.
exactly which boots I'm thinking of too.
We're possibly thinking of the same
we
one.
might be.
so-
We might be. I hope we are. Beautiful. As that behind you.
And as with last time, her hair gets longer.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Circlet, jewel in the center.
The two of you begin walking forward. I think Alexis sort of takes his cue from the two of you, and just sort of very quietly is like, Portia, power up. And you see, basically, like, if you're watching, he's just doing this behind you, this massive, like, flower just closes behind him, and then it sort of falls around, and he's wearing this very dapper, very put together, like, long morning coat sort of suit jacket with the cravat again, as you recognize him before. And he sort of is like, just sort of stands there awkwardly behind you. You begin walking forward. They seem to largely be ignoring whatever is happening behind you, but you see both of them have their hands up, and they seem to be kind of controlling or directing whatever this dark energy is in front of them. And all the cameras.
So you should add that definitely to another list of hearts that you thought you were going to go bad, but then went good.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pissed.
Oh yeah, you have a right to be pissed. Doesn't make you a bad person.
Also, don't lean into that.
Remember, we're trying to pull people back.
So, let's talk first, but when this goes down, we're going to make it happen.
Yeah.
Okay?
I didn't say it.
Yeah.
We're walking.
Yeah,
down.
we're
You're
walking
walking.
towards
Do you
it.
call attention to them? Like, what do you do? What do you say?
Dakota!
So you yell the first time. They
Sorry,
ignore
let me
you.
use her high school nickname. Big D! See, it's
She,
funny because she's
turns
small from the
around.
team.
Starting with weapons.
She still kind of lets go of Polaris's hand, and they make eye contact for a moment, and Polaris lifts up her other hand and continues controlling whatever this energy is, seemingly ignoring what's going on behind you. Mac. What do you want, kid?
Dakota. I'm not gonna just ignoring them. You didn't want this. I know you missed your friends. I get that, and now I understand why you left being a ranger. That time's over. You're just hurting now, and I get that. I was hurting. Because I thought I had to be you.
You could never be me.
You're right.
You're
'Cause
not
I'm
good enough.
different. I could throw you farther. You could run faster. And maybe I'm not Ranger Aquilius. But you don't have to be right now. Take a breath. Let's go home. Mom made chocolate, banana, protein, pudding, casserole. Your favorite.
I'm busy.
Too busy for
Mac.
casserole?
Yeah. She begins turning back around.
What do you want?
To destroy Empress Amodia.
And take everyone that you were trying to protect for so long with you?
I don't care.
That doesn't sound like you. I don't know you, but if you come from that family, that doesn't sound like that family. That family makes nice casserole that they throw in a car with their two beautiful dogs.
You see
It sounds like this kind of shiny evil person.
Polaris drop one of her hands and kind of put her hand on the back of Dakota's shoulder.
Oh. You...
And Dakota sort of rolls into it. None of you matter. You're not good enough to matter.
I believe that is what she thinks. I don't believe that's what you think. Is that what you think?
If you are really Ranger Aquilius again, then look around you. Is this the way Ranger Aquilius wants to win? Is this the Celestial Ranger way now? That's
Maybe.
a whole lot of dark energy you guys are channeling.
Yeah.
Maybe it should be.
Then we'll be no different than Princess Low Sodium,
He's trying.
Empress Bitmoji, Princess MeUndies,
No, Princess Emoji.
Princess Emoji.
No, we did. Never mind.
Closer. Genuinely closer. What you've been doing, what we didn't work. So we're doing something better.
Are we doing something better, as in you and her, or is she controlling and manipulating you?
You see the hand on her shoulder tense.
Okay, so cut off the hand.
I think I'm gonna just rush forward and just yell, "Don't touch my sister."
That's gonna work.
What?
Go ahead.
I've got great body. Even.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. No, I mean, you besides rushing forward and yelling, you grabbing the hand and trying to throw it
I'm just
away?
trying to, just to push it off.
You want to smack it back? All right, roll me your attack combat value.
Is it still the same?
Yes.
Okay.
You let it go.
Yes.
Okay, you go up and you smack the hand out of the way, and there's kind of a moment, and you see sort of Dakota kind of blink, and Ranger Polaris, Eleanor, she turns around,
I love her, and I guess I love her more than you right now.
and she's gonna grab you by the neck and
Yeah?
begin choking you.
Nope.
Yeah, wait.
Nope.
No. Raven is going to put her hand on Paladin Rose Paladin
Ray.
to stop him.
Oh, you guys. Oh, so you guys are close. You guys moved up. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
sorry.
Okay. No, it's cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No.
You take 20 points of damage
That's
as she
fi-
just grabs
that's
you by the
fine,
neck
that's-
and then
Dakota!
force lifts you and starts choking you.
Dakota! Look at what she's doing to your sister!
Yeah, she's kind of murdering her right now.
Are you gonna let her do this?
Dakota sort of blinks and kind of shakes slightly.
Right.
Mac, what are you gonna do?
sorry.
You're being
Right now. And just kind of motions.
I will do that then.
What do you want to do?
I mean, the plan got a lot more chokier than we anticipated. So, I would like to, I guess, absorb some of the ranger, or give her some of the ranger power.
Which one do you want to do? You want to give, and who do you want to give power
Well,
to?
this got chokier. Again.
That's up to you. So right now, Polaris is choking Big Mac, and Dakota is fuzzy.
Let Big Mac choke until Dakota has to step in.
I mean, that's good.
That's what those two are doing. Tell him to step in. What do you, Ray, decide to do? Do you want to give Ranger? Who do you want to give energy to, or who do you want to take energy from? Or do you want to do something else?
Just stop for a second.
Huh?
She's killing her. Now. Right now.
If you don't do anything, Dakota!
Since you're more powerful than us, we can't stop her.
I would like to just share energy. Love energy.
Just to everyone?
Yeah, just-
You're just I want to be an energy bomb?
Yeah.
How much energy do you want to give people?
All.
Because that'll make you pass out if you give everyone all your energy.
Let's do 60. I can do 60. So
Okay.
that's 6.
All right, let's say there's what, 3 of them. Let's do 50 because that's 10
Yeah,
to everyone.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, wait.
Yeah. Because there's the 3 of you and then 2 of them.
So how much do we get?
You each get 10 energy.
Yeah.
Not health?
Not health.
No.
EP.
I have enough to give you health, but then I'll pass out.
Yeah. So
what?
what does this look like when Ray just "Ah, bleh!"
Ray, I'm not really in power mode, so
I thought you would transform. No.
I transform back.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, is this, maybe you explode in a transformation to it.
Yeah.
Basically, these vines start swirling around my feet and wrapping around, and at the very top there is this rose that forms through, and it just explodes in this cloud of non-gothy pink glitter,
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
and it rains on top of literally everyone and everything in the immediate area. Ray is in his tux, mask on, hair messy, thorns everywhere now for some reason. And
Great.
as the glitter's raining down on top, it just kind of pushes really hard, like a big burst of wind, on everyone, and then Ray goes down.
Drops to your knees.
What did that
Raven kind of tries to guide him down gently.
Each of you feel this like surge of energy empower you, and you feel you yourself, including you, feel yourself become more powerful. And Dakota like kind of shakes her head and blinks and like looks at you, and finally like you're still getting choked.
I'm still
Claire's
getting
is
choked.
just holding you, and she's like crushing. You can feel her
it
like
hurts.
crush you, and Dakota's. Like, you see her face just set in rage, and in her hand just summons the lance.
She also.
The Aquilius lance. I think in her case, it's because it's like more of a lacrosse stick, but I sort of imagine it as more of like a spear, and she just stabs Polaris.
Holy shit!
And pulls it out. Polaris drops you immediately.
Oh, good, because.
And Dakota sort of steps back, seeing what she just did. Mac! And the lance disappears. Are you... And she puts her hand out.
I think she reaches for it. And she pulls herself up. I think it's steady. And she like taps twice and she's like, get your friend back.
She holds your hand for a second and she looks at you. I'm so sorry. This isn't mine.
It's not mine either.
I'll take it.
I beat me to it.
I'm gonna ask a question of you, Claudia. Do you there's like a feeling of force, right? Like Dakota's like kind of trying to push it back into you, like it's supposed to be yours.
I don't think it feels like mine anymore. I think Aquilius isn't mine. I think I demanded it until I got it.
Okay.
I think I have to find my own.
Is that how this works? No. Okay.
Okay.
She found it. That was quick.
Man.
Yeah, she kind of holds your hand for a second, and we see like Polaris. It's not even blood that's dripping out of her.
Like ichor?
It's like ichor and she sort of like wipes her hand over it, and it just sort of clears because you gave her energy too, and
Yeah.
she's like looks at you. Thank you for your contribution.
Oh, she's gonna stab someone else.
And she sort of holds out her hand, and in her hand, a flail just forms, except the end of this flail is...
A disco ball!
No, it's like a massive, it's like a little spiky black hole almost at the end of it. And she looks at Dakota, and the two of them are just going to start fighting. Like, she just flings it out. Her goal is actually to hit probably all of you.
Yeah.
So I'd like all of you can roll your defense combat value to see if you get hit or not.
Is a tie win or a tie
Yeah,
bad?
this number or below.
Yes, I don't get hit. I
Safe.
think.
Safe?
Not safe.
Okay.
Not safe.
Okay. Dakota.
I
Dakota's okay.
actually want to use my reroll on you. So I can give you a reroll.
That's right.
Yeah,
Hold on to it.
I have a couple.
My defense value is 3.
What?
Oh,
I have to roll under a 3.
I think you have something that penalizes you for rolling under your defense value.
Is it that feathers are weak?
It might be. Because
I
everyone's
have
is
the
their
same defense
attack
value as
value.
you.
I'm just saying, I'm
It's
not
yeah,
gonna
it's
make
your
this
attack
roll.
value divided by it's your attack value minus 2. It's just slightly harder. Okay, so the flail just sort of reaches out and it just like the chain elongates and it smacks you. The two of you sort of jump back. Dakota kind of ducks under it, holding the lance, and the two of you get hit for 20 points of damage each.
Wolf.
just like last time. It's going great. Super ready for combat.
Everything is
We don't have to fight
Then why are you fighting?
because
You
Ouch.
could just give up your powers
Yeah, that's a good thing.
since you can't be responsible with them.
I intend to open a portal to the Nega realm and destroy Empress Amodia once and for all.
Look, Raven pulling
Rangers,
yourself
you
up.
should understand that.
Does that not strike you as like the worst idea?
Yeah, ripping a hole in our space-time so they can just kind of invade like a horde of flying monkeys is probably not great.
Why don't you join with us? Be Ranger Polaris again with the Celestial Rangers, and we can fight her the right way without hurting other people.
See, like, she's psychic, and she's seen into your soul, and there's a possibility for you to rehabilitate, and you should know that that pathway is open.
You were looking at colleges. She sort of looks at all of you. It's not like you've destroyed her lately, have you?
I mean, in fairness, neither did you and your friends.
Yeah, we're all still alive.
But
Weird time for notes.
but we're stronger together than we are separately.
Yeah, and there's gonna be 6 of us now instead of 4 plus 2 paladins.
Like, think about how we could totally kick her ass.
And she just sort of, like, she see a moment of this kind of flickering, and she grips her morning star and kind of looks at all of you, snarls.
Psychic. Sees your heart. You can do it.
I'm done listening to you! And she slams it into the ground. And is going to send out another wave. This one feels a little bit different. So I'm going to have all of you roll
Don't do it.
a soul.
God damn it. I can do that. I hit it.
Nope.
Okay.
Really?
I did it.
If you
Wait,
want to give me a
reroll?
reroll, thank
Reroll.
you.
Okay, I will reroll.
Okay. You how do you empower them?
How do I empower them?
Yeah.
0 note.
Not well for that one.
Okay.
She's off to the side of my empowerment, so she just misses it. Okay, so yeah. What is? Sorry. So I'm just kind of sitting there on my knees with you. You made sure I didn't fall as hard as possible. So I will stare over at Thrash, and I will put my hand over here on you for a moment and just try to give you any bit of energy I have. That's what I got.
I made my reroll.
Okay. Yeah. You there's like a moment of hesitation. You see Alexis just like straight up in front of you, and he takes the entire hit.
Oh, shit.
For you, and kind of like as he sort of falls to the ground. And at this point, Dakota and Alexis, both seeing everything that you're saying, begin kind of walking closer to Polaris, who's just sort of like standing there, like eyes kind of frantic, like Morningstar just slammed handle first into the ground. And they sort of approach her kind of slowly, like you did before with Big Mac, that sort of rabid animal. Do any of you do anything?
I am going to use... Okay, question.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to use my Art of Distraction.
Uh-huh.
Just in case there are, like, people around or collateral damage that could be potentially to essentially
We see a
create,
butler from the household just being like, oh, yeah.
well, to essentially create a shadow dome around us and isolate this fight if there's going to be one.
Yeah. Okay, that happens.
Okay,
Yeah,
sweet.
you do that with your sort of channel this energy into this dome of feathers. You look like you were going to do something.
I was going to reach out to Ray and just be like, keep doing what you're doing. And is there a way I can, like, push my energy into him? Is he like a sponge, or does he just take it?
He's got to take it.
Use it.
And just light, you see light carry across.
Why does touching have to be involved?
It doesn't actually have to.
I have
That's just how they work.
I have 60 energy points. I don't have any magic right now. So.
How many do you want to give? How much?
Probably 50.
Okay.
Oh,
Keep a
geez.
little smidgen.
Yeah, enough that I'm, like, not dizzy.
Yeah.
That's good. That's very good.
AJ
Thank
knows
you.
me so well.
So as you do that, the other two, they kind of walk towards Eleanor, and you can't quite hear, like, they're saying, like, I think Dakota is just sort of like, Eleanor, like, this isn't you, and they sort of repeat a lot of the things that you're saying, and she doesn't move. And Alexis is like, I'm sorry about what happened. I should have been there. I should have helped. And she kind of lets them get all the way up to her.
Mm-hmm.
And they sort of, all three of them just kind of collapse. And there's sort of a moment where they just sort of like fall into like an embrace of the three of them. I think it's very much like she just says, like, you don't even hear it because whatever Eleanor says is so quiet, but you see the gold fade, and then immediately after that, all of the white, the corona, her entire costume fades, and there's just a 18-year-old or a 20-year-old teenager or young adult, and she's just sort of sitting there and just starts crying, and the three of them all kind of just cry together. There is still a tear in reality behind you, or a growing tear in reality. And they just embrace.
Well, that's kind of anticlimactic, but probably good.
Beautiful.
Okay.
We should deal with this tear.
Let's go in.
No.
I'm gonna say no. That seems like a bad idea. There's a lot of very bad energy, and I just learned that I can feel bad energy, so this is kind of exciting.
Eleanor kind of looks up and sort of looks at each of you. That'll take you to the Nega Realm. I wouldn't go.
Yeah.
Can you close it?
I don't know.
I don't think patch that one with love.
I don't think so.
Can we at least, will it grow?
Maybe we were feeding it energy.
Could I
Wait.
drain its energy?
The paladins need to suck all of the energy out of it.
But it's negative
You were
energy.
feeding it. Were you
No, we'll
feeding
do
it
it.
ranger energy?
Yeah.
Then there's ranger energy in it.
Done. Okay.
Do your siphony vampire thing.
Hey, if you need some power.
Or you need to transfer power so you don't balloon.
Like a hot circuit.
You're so smart.
I have an idea. If you guys just kind of stand with your arms out towards me, I think I can give you energy as I'm taking it, but don't take too much.
So if this cascades, we're all gonna blow up.
Pretty much. So,
Alexis just sort of nods.
yeah. Okay, walk over to it. Hello, Mr. Black Hole. I'm gonna kind of just... What does it feel like when I'm close to it?
The other rangers get up. Oh, it feels like the worst emotion hangover you have ever had. Like every negative feeling you have ever experienced is emanating.
My
from
eyes are
this tear
black
in
right
reality.
now.
Cool.
Okay, so you two get your asses
Mine
in
were
here, too.
red.
Yeah,
Okay.
so Eleanor and Dakota sort of stand up and kind of join you, and Alexis like walks towards you, and he again like he's like
Start draining. Like what it looks like is these vines start growing from out my sleeves and wrapping like these like thorny rosebush vines wrapping around it and just sucking and dragging and clawing bits and pieces of energy to me, and I start radiating this almost like this white black glow around me.
yeah, it's that like comic book when you draw
Yeah.
it and instead of a black outline it's got a white outline.
it's
on
like
the,
it's just so just kind of
and
just
it's like
surrounding
a little bit of Gaussian blur.
and it's starting to build and build and build, and I shift it back slowly to
And
anyone.
Alexis like is there as well, and
Yeah.
I think it just sort of starts falling out from them. And as each of you like feel it, it's like a sucker punch, and then it's almost like you let this wave kind of ride over you, and then it's that feeling that you get after a good cry
Yeah.
or after like a good punch.
It's just like a bad trip, man. Just go with the flow. Don't fight it. It's just like a bad
And
trip.
we see this tear just begin to kind of knit itself back together, and that sort of darkness begins to kind of disappear, and then it seals and lets go, and there's no more energy to pull.
I think I'm
It
gonna
just
throw up.
just straight up
Nope,
collapses.
I'm gonna throw up. Like thrash, like barfs.
And you look up, and there's no more energy to draw, but there's definitely, like especially you, Raven, you can see it.
We're done now, right?
there's a little bit of a tear still. And it might open up on its own. Or you might be able to open it up on your own terms. But what they started can't be completely undone.
Great.
We're done.
That
was
felt
good.
very bad.
Worked.
Oh, that felt very
That's
bad.
what a Modia wants to do to everything.
Oh,
Let's
she
not do that.
sucks.
Oxytocin, anyone?
Yeah, what is that?
It replaces the bad.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll take one.
Yeah.
Do you still have your hot tub?
Eleanor looks at you and she's like, yeah, and she's like points.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go in.
You just like walk. I guess you were dressed for the beach.
Yeah.
So
Dude is fighting swim trunks.
as the feathered barrier falls, Ranger Corvus shifts back into still wearing a swimsuit and a wrap. Raven.
The beach episode.
Eleanor, how are you?
How long was I gone?
And she looks over at
like-
Dakota.
I mean,
Trump
Dakota
got
was
elected.
a senior. I want to go back to space. She was probably.
She was a senior when I was a freshman.
Yeah, so it's been, and that's when they
2
disappeared.
years?
It's been almost 3
Tear
years.
open the realm and dive back in.
Just, Alexis!
I'm another realm.
Yeah, let's peace out to space. Just go live in a space prison for another few years. Anyway, I think I'll be okay, thank you.
If you need anything.
Well, hold up. Like, you're part of the Ranger team now. And so is Mac's sister. Like, you're part of our team now. Yep. Hi.
I'm Eleanor.
Thrash.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. How is space?
Cold. Empty. Dark. Quiet.
So did you, like, reach enlightenment or something?
Do you call that enlightenment?
I'm not the bodhisattva here. You are, so...
No, I don't think so.
Cool. Well, we have a group text.
Okay.
Well, you guys have a group text?
Ah, shit.
We'll invite you.
Thanks.
Hot tub. I should tell my parents I'm alive.
Like Mac's already in it. Like, yes.
Mac, you get into the hot tub and you're the first one there. And just sitting next to you, you hear like a purring sound.
Fucking Edward.
No, don't drown it.
You feel like a little soft fur against your arm.
Is this one of those things where I can't hear you because I don't have any ranger gift? Or are you gonna still talk?
What are you talking about? You could hear me before you were Ranger. Remember that time that you killed Hubert and then I had to give you more powers?
They're just never gonna let that go.
No, you murdered! Like, fun fact, there are only 7 of them. And now there are only 6.
Does
only 6
Olivia
more to
count
go.
as one of them?
Yes.
Okay.
Can they breathe?
No!
Olivia!
They're extra dimensional beings without a dimension.
So there's 6 and there's 1 here. So to kill this one, there's only 5.
Yes, there you go. So yeah, you killed one of their friends, so they might not let it go
Surprised
for a
they
while.
let us be rangers again.
You know, they're desperate.
Yeah, that's fair. Huh? Sorry. What?
You didn't take Aquilius back.
The shoe didn't fit. It really, like, I don't know if you remember.
You were a bit of a mess, yes.
I worked so hard to fit in that shoe.
Why didn't you just ask for your own shoes?
Didn't think I earned it. Thought the only way I could do it is if I pick up what somebody dropped off. But someone reminded me that I have more than just hand-me-downs.
Would you like a different star?
Does it have to be shoes? Because I'd like to wear more than one pair of shoes.
No, it doesn't have to be shoes. The objects are just helpful. They're not required.
Yeah. I think that'd be good.
Like, boops you in the way a cat does, just like, Gah!
Oh, yeah.
And then,
I like dogs.
there you go.
That's it?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. And then, like, little cat paw, like, and then just, like, sparkles. Congratulations, you are now a Celestial Ranger. You will destroy the evil forces of Empress Emotia and protect the Earth. And then pats you on the head with a little paw.
How will I know it works?
How did you know before? It's in there. Poke. Just like the knot.
Can I be big? Never mind. Never mind.
Humans are strange. Teenagers are particularly strange.
You get used to them.
Do you need anything else from me?
No.
And I think maybe at this point the rest of you are coming over
Yeah,
to the
by the
hot
way,
tub.
you're high now.
Oh, great, because I was just about to call Olivia.
Yeah.
That's going to be good.
Yeah, Alexis and Dakota and Eleanor kind of hang back, like the three of them, and I think they just sort of like put their heads together. And actually, and then Alexis pulls away, and we don't know what happens to the other two.
Wait. Oh, I was like, pulls away to where?
Yeah, Alexis leaves the group and leaves Dakota and Eleanor walks away, and we sort of just see the lead into the kiss.
The power
And
of
then
their
we cut
love
back.
brought Polaris back from
Yes.
the brink, and now they're gonna go make out.
Yeah.
Instead of tell the parents they're back.
I'm not gonna lie, my instant thought was they were already pulling a coup, so this is better.
No, they're gonna go make out. The four of you, however, go. I guess you don't. You were gonna call Olivia. You start
Hot
tripping
tub?
balls.
Hot,
Yeah, the two of you walk over and you see Edward there talking to Big Mac.
Don't drown him. And she climbs into the tub.
I'm very impressed
With what
Thanks.
exactly?
with you.
In what capacity?
You brought 2 rangers back from the brink. 3.
Well, actually, just a couple of them did that.
So I'm guessing that's not a thing that happens often.
No.
Ever?
Once or twice. There's been a few rangers.
Okay. For my own, mental sake, we're not going to explore that yet.
Most
Please.
retire or perish.
Just not going to think about that too much. And she sinks into the hot tub up to her neck. Is she going to be a ranger?
I suppose that's up to them to decide, and me. I will have to confer with the others about what happens now that Hubert is gone.
are there...
You're so pleased with yourself.
Continually.
You can retire, you know. I'm choosing to trust you.
Same. Just remember, you don't hold all of the reins of power.
I know.
Now you do.
So, not to break this awkward conversation, but I don't know if the rest of you saw it. Not to be a downer. There is still a tear up there.
Great.
Doesn't look like it's growing or emitting any kind of weird energy aside from, what would come through a tear.
Well, can we love it to death or something?
No rangers have ever faced Emotia.
Maybe that's
Well,
why...
isn't that like your end goal or something?
It is.
Can we do it?
Well, let's not be hasty.
We're the only ones who brought 3 rangers back.
So let's not push our luck, maybe, for right this second.
It's not like it's going anywhere.
That's up to you to decide.
Can we get more rangers added to our team? We've got 6 now. Maybe a few more. We can go to do the Emodia thing
Dakota's not gonna stop her to degree.
to save the world.
Let's wait till summer break.
Okay, well, clearly we all have priorities.
I will confer.
Also, a couple more paladins. A few more magical objects.
Create a tactical plan. We can discuss this.
I can do that.
Excellent. I like you.
Okay.
You're very competent.
Really?
Yes. Dangerous. Terrifying. Competent.
Yay! Okay, can I stop the whole...
Yeah.
Because it's not working.
You did try to give drugs to somebody, so
You
your
know what,
image hasn't changed.
I really just want to support everybody's chosen fashion choices, but I feel like if this does not speak to your soul, please end it now.
Thank God. Can you teach me? A whoa!
If you ever do that again, I am breaking up with you.
But you love.
Oh, thank God.
You just like submerge in the water and then come back.
No, Thrash does not get
Okay.
undressed ever. But Thrash will dip her toes in the water and like use it to like get the shit off. Delete TikTok.
I assume you have makeup wipes on you.
Yeah.
At all times.
Yes. So you wanted to talk to Olivia?
Yeah.
Briefly? Okay. Tripping balls a little
Yeah,
bit.
I'm
over
outside like a back by like this is someone's house, right? This
Yeah.
is like us.
No, yeah, there's definitely gonna be like
So like-
cop cars as they figure it out, and
I'm like I'm kind of off to the side. I'm assuming by a garage, just off the side
Yeah.
from where this conversation is. Not quite feeling it, but definitely I am tasting my own tongue a little bit. Olivia,
What happens when oxytocin? It shouldn't be.
No, so you're just like, this, I just feel so great. Do you feel great?
What do you want?
Listen.
And a small French bulldog shows up.
oh, who's you? Oh wait, no, you don't like no petting.
Yes.
Listen, did you see what happened out there?
You did very well.
I could do better.
Yes, you could.
And I will do better because you're going to tell me how to do better. You're going to tell me everything I need so we don't have to lose another ranger because we got some back, but it's not happening again. I'm not going to space. I'm not holding anyone prisoner. These are my friends. These are people. You're going to give me all the tools I need to succeed because we want the same thing. Deal?
You have potential.
And you have little stars floating around your head.
I do?
Yes,
See those?
I can.
Can you see all the eyes?
I can only see the frogs that are licking the eyes, but I can tell that the eyes are there
I
because the
think
frogs are saying those
There's like
things
a
to me.
moment and you blink, and instead of a dog, you straight up see what, you know how angels are actually just floating orbs of wings and eyeballs?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you see.
Oh, wow. Look like a magic card.
I didn't think I gave him those kinds of drugs.
He was interacting with my love powers.
Okay.
I actually just drained a bunch of negaverse
Yeah.
energy.
He's
So like
got
I'm
a-
I'm
he's
tripping
got
on
a-
a couple different things.
Yeah, you see that for a moment. And then it goes back to being a dog. You're right. Oh,
What?
you just look like you saw something.
I did. I saw a bunch of light and eyes and
Normally you can't see that.
is that what you look like?
So, you want to learn some things.
Yes, I do.
Well then, let's go.
Okay.
There's just like a flurry of feathers and sound and yeah, you go on a training montage.
Hell yeah.
can we look for him?
Nah.
Yeah. Any last things you want to do to wrap up this episode?
The only thing that's there on the side of the garage is this mixtape with
Andrea's name on it.
yeah, and a
And a
Shakespeare book.
copy of No Fear Shakespeare.
Yeah.
How old and how tall is Alexis?
Alexis would have also been a senior. Maybe he was a junior, so he's probably like 19.
Shit, that's illegal. All right.
They've all graduated, or they would have graduated if they were still around.
Fine.
because Dakota was a senior. I think Polaris was also a senior.
Makes sense.
Alexis might have been a junior, and if it's been 2 years, he would have graduated, and then he'd be 19, and the others are probably 20.
Like, they might have been Rangers for years before this happened.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean you can't lust after him, but...
Hey, I make my own choices, alright?
Yeah. Dash can do whatever she wants.
Well, clearly.
Any final things? Or do we fade out on a scene of the three of you in the hot tub or next to a hot tub?
Someone should write novella.
Smooching in the corner.
She's on vacation. She should
Alexis
write us.
Joins you.
The epilogue.
Dear-
Hey, novella. Got some things we need to talk about. Sorry for the massive text.
Am I added to the group text now?
That was
Okay,
probably a
good.
private, but...
And
Yeah, it was a private.
yeah, and that's where we'll end. Episode 6 of Celestial Rangers. This one was long
Yeah.
and full of feelings.
And we didn't fight with violence. We fought with other things.
Yeah.
Don't
you
worry.
did.
The violence will come back.
Don't worry, yeah.
Oh, my butt.
I liked that. I was so happy because I thought for a minute that we were gonna have to fight her, and I was like, no, I don't want to fight her.
I thought about it, but you all worked so hard on the positive feelings and the talking and not fighting, and I was like, I want to honor that decision that you all made with the decision on her end.
But that means, what are we going to call the episode?
That's true.
Call it Love Circuit?
No.
Love Circuit's pretty good.
I do kind of like Love Circuit. Well, think about it. I don't know. I give everything names, and this one was Pride Before Fall.
Ooh.
That's good.
But it's spring.
Pride Before Fall. Love Circuit.
Love Circuit. We'll have to think about it. Love Circuit's pretty good.
I do like Love Circuit.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Your emotions were great.
Your emotions are great. All of your emotions. I love all of you guys, and I'm so glad, Strix, that you're back.
Yes.
And I'm
I
so
will
happy.
never ooh again.
I loved it. Unironically,
You get that
I
in
had a
writing?
good time.
I don't believe that, but that's okay. All right. On that note, let us sign off. Everyone can say where you can be found once more upon the internet. We shall wave a good goodbye. And I realize I have to. I don't know. This button might work. We'll figure it out. All right.
Hi, I'm Marcus. You can follow me at Drunkly Romantic. I recommend it.
Hi, I'm the Strix, and you can follow me on Twitter at _STRIX.
Hi, I'm Jackie Dash, JAKIDASH. You can follow me on Twitch and Twitter at that same spelling.
And I am Lizzie the Bold. You can follow me on the Twitches and the Twitters at Lizzie the Bold.
And I have been Random Tuesday. You know me. This is the Random Tuesday channel. Hit that follow button. Thank you so much for being here. Thank all of you so much for being here. This was everything I wanted and so much more. I'm gonna hit this button as we can we ooh out instead of wave?
Yeah.
Okay, ready, set, ooh!